Thank you very much.
masochist.
Yeah. Crashes RC.
I say we just quit arguing, give me a water heater, some duct tape, and a launch pad, and let's do this shit.
There you go.
I've got the duct tape.
All right. Erebus.
I am good.
Erebus, you angry with me a little bit?
No. I knew what you're doing, and I was just holding your feet to the fire.
It's all good. All is good, man. Hey, I gotta do what I gotta do, man, to keep this alive. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Let's go with Gus. Do you want to speak?
He was talking earlier about having no microphone.
Okay. All right. John Watson. All right. Ken.
It's round. Done.
Thank you. Lori.
Thanks for today, Jose. Nothing else to say.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Before we continue, hey, Mackenzie, let's plan that fishing trip soon. Now, the thing is, I live now in Largo, Florida, more to the East Bay, between Olmerton and East Bay area. I think you're familiar with it, near Belcher Road. Yeah, if you want to pick me up one day, let's plan it out. Let's pick me up one day, and we'll go. We'll spend a few hours. We hang out, and then you got to bring me up. I don't have a ride. So, yeah, I would love to do that, man. Hang out with you for a few hours. So, shout out to A. Mackenzie. Still planning to meet him for a few months, and it haven't happened yet. Hopefully it did. Thank you, Laurie. Let's go with Matt B13. Final thoughts.
Yeah, that was interesting. I was a bit disappointed knowing none of the disbelievers could answer my question, but never mind. I should be in the live chat afterwards if there's been one held. Good. So thank you, Jose, for hosting.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Piperot.
She said you had to go, I think.
Okay. Sean Smith.
Hey, Jose. Thanks for the show. I think it was quite interesting, to say the least. It's about all I got right now. Just want to remind everybody that the Earth is still beautiful.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Terry Davis.
I'm busy over here, you know that. I'm setting everything up over, and I hope you all come over to the after show to finish off all this exciting conversations we always have.
Excellent. Yeah, looking forward for it. Whenever we finish the roundup, I will share the link on my community tab, so it should pop on your notifications from my channel. When you click, we'll jump onto the Terry Davis after show. Thank you, Terry. The Plain Truth.
Yeah, reasonable doubt is the mother of conspiracy.
Thank you very much. Short and sweet. The Rumpus.
I'd like to give a shout out to my pals at the GCHQ. Q, I like Q, but she seems to be more intent on giving some sort of performance in this hangout rather than actually making any sense, which is a bit silly. Yes, discerning what is good information, what's bad information, and the ability to research things is very important. And if flat earthers could do that, then there would be many fewer flat earthers. Thanks.
Thank you, Rumpus. They and them.
First of all, if I came across that I was attacking Q, I will apologize because that was not my intent. Because I would actually like to know where she was trying to go with whatever point she was trying to make. And as for the madness, Jose, I like the fact that in this platform, you don't know which garden path you're going to go down when the topic's stirred.
Thank you very much. You know it, man. On patience.
Recalcitrant. Adjective. Having an obstinately uncooperative attitude. Millennial. Adjective. Definition 2, denoting people reaching young adulthood in the early 21st century. Was I wrong? Jose, thank you for the platform. I appreciate it, and you never know where we're gonna go.
You know it, yeah, true that. Amen. Who else didn't speak that was muted before?
Me.
Go for it.
That's Carlos.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
okay, I guess. Now, first, shout out to A. Mackenzie. Yeah, he's gonna get me on Skype to see if we can set something up. He's a flat earther, and we're looking to meet each other for a little while. And he's from Florida. He got a rough idea where I live. I'll send him my address one day. Hopefully he can pick me up. My brother-in-law, he got a couple fishing poles over here. I don't know if he got a cast net, because I like throwing a little bait net and catch my own bait, little greenbacks and finger mullets and shit. We're going to go fishing, man. That's it. So we're going to go spend a couple hours. Carlos, I'm speaking. Shut up. So yeah, I'm planning to do that, spend a few hours in the fishing, just chill, relax. I don't know if he drinks or not. I might be broke when he pick me up. He want to bring a few beers. If he want to bring a few sodas, a few waters. Lovely. I just love to engage with person that I have met through a chat or to one of these calls. I love it. The only person that I have met in real life, meet and shook their hand and giving a little hug, was Nathan Thompson. Back in the day, I don't know if it was like January or February, whatever. So Nathan Thompson of all of them, right? And then a week after I met Nathan Thompson, I came back to the Globe, and all my journey began after that, So yeah, meeting somebody else, that'd be really cool. Maybe a month or two ago, I heard Red Rhetorics and Sean Hofford, they were going to go over here to the Tampa Bay area to do some observations, but it didn't come to fruition of me showing up and going over there. I talked to my ex, back then over there. I said, hey, these guys want to go there. It's like 5 a.m. or later in the afternoon. It just didn't happen. And hopefully in the near future, I can make it happen and meet with like Sean Hoffman and Red Rhetoric. That'd be awesome to go take my jet and photo ride and take a little bit of footage. So yeah, looking forward to in the near future make a massive meetup, an Earth meetup over here in the Florida area. If I get one person to join, that'd be awesome. If I get 10 people to join, that'll be fucking fantastic. So, well, guys, thank you for the support. The after show is already posted on Terry Davis's channel. And yeah, I'm healing up better today. I think tomorrow I'm gonna be a lot better. So thank you very much. This has been Jose J.G. Gonzalez.
Boom.
Boom. Boom.
Travis, I'd like to explore your reasonable doubt argument.
I left the invite link in the side chat for you guys, so you can link on it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
sorry,
Terry's weird and uses that Zoom shit.
Yeah, I'm on a Bluetooth, so I'm not really sure how the feedback's going to be in the background noise or whatever, so I'll try to...
That's not too bad.
All right.
So reasonable doubt.
Terry, we're going over to Zoom.
Yeah, I've got a Zoom set up.
So what?
Sorry, what's that?
We need to leave this meet and go to Zoom.
Yeah, if you don't mind, Alan can't do the show tonight, and I'm just as easy to set up in Zoom because I got better controls in Zoom than Meets.
Okay.
Okay.
I've got to download it.
It's easy to use mobile, so.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, Phil.
Connection failed.
Now, I'm only going to let guys in that I know, but I've got Ether Boy Band. I don't know who they are, so I know who Sean Smith is.
I can't use it.
Oh.
Yeah, it just told me no network. Is that mobile? Is it?
You're using your Zoom program?
Yeah, I got a proper Zoom. I got Zoom Pro. You should be able to just link on it if you just download it, and then you can just join with that link.
I've downloaded it, opened it, and it just didn't do much.
It should say join. It should say join meeting or something in the window.
It just says network failed.
You want another link? Do you want another link?
Can do.
I'll copy the URL and put it in the side chat again.
How does
Oh, go and take your bat and ball and run home.
Yeah.
What was that? I was trying to figure that out. This was funny.
Welcome to my channel, everyone out there. We're just doing
Thank you.
a stream on because Alan couldn't do it, so obviously I don't mind helping people out. So we'll just carry on from where we were working on. Well, I didn't get a chance to get a word in sideways over there when that person came in, so I was interested in talking about I had some video footage all ready to pop up for the moon landing type stuff, and there's some rocks there. Who's got rocks?
Oh, moon rocks.
Trees?
Moon rocks, are they? They're all petrified tree stumps, are they?
Are they moon trees? You got some moon trees as well.
Oh, okay.
You know that that petrified rock story is a great story if you've ever really looked into it to see what happened.
Yeah,
it's funny.
But
it was a practical joke. Is
what was funny?
I found the U.S. ambassador, a guy named Mittendorf, gave the Prime Minister of Holland a gag gift. That's all it was. And somehow or the other, after the Prime Minister died, they were going through his estate, and they came across that silly thing. It was just a gag gift, is all. But they didn't know any better, and they thought, "Oh, this is important," so they donated the friggin' thing to a museum. And then years later, somebody comes along and says, "Wait a minute,
quiet. Am I still here?"
Yeah. How come this guy? How come this one guy's got a moon rock the size of a baseball?
You're still over in meats, Ken.
A certain British idiot that we spent hours with yesterday is looking for the link.
Oh no!
Can somebody please explain what we decided yesterday for him, so he understands what he has to do if he comes in?
I'd like him to come. When I've been one-on-one with Spurs, he's been really lovely. But it has to be one-on-one. He's fine.
Well, if he's going to bring something to the table, sure. But if he's just going to bring, vague accusations and denial, what's the point?
I want to see an experience.
Obfuscation. Don't forget obfuscation.
I do have to give Spurs a bit of credit because he was my first person I had a bit of a conversation with at one time. So I was a virgin. Persismismo. Yeah.
Yeah, Spurs is fine. I mean, he doesn't curse at you. He doesn't call you, names. It's just maddening with some of the logic.
Do my check one.
That's all it really is, and I'm fine with that. As long as I'm not being called names and
My
But continue on the story. I remember it all now because I researched it about 3 years ago and I forgot it all. But about the moon rock.
Can I get a mic check?
Yeah. Are you using one?
Okay.
Can you hear wrestling?
I've got mine, Carlos.
I heard you racist pig.
I feel like I'm not in here. Am I really in here or not?
I don't know. You're still over in meats. I can still see Ken over in meats.
I canceled meats.
Oh, you're still over there. I can see you. That's where you're talking to us from over there.
What the hell? I got safe driving mode, done speaking, and I don't have Meets up anymore. Meets is closed. The app is closed.
I see some cars crashing percentage.
They got remote controls on
them. Right. Okay. Who's left over there? Barney. Right, Ken's gone. Barney's still over there.
We need Barney.
Come on, Barney. What are you doing?
We'll tell him to quit smoking at once.
I have just raised my hand.
Should I go somewhere else?
Yeah, you've got to join the link to Zoom.
Where is it?
It's in the internal chat.
Join.
You have to sign in and log in. And...
Yeah, it only takes 2 clicks.
It took me 9.
Hey, when I raise my hand in this app, it shows a little light-skinned hand. That's not representative of my hand. This app
Wow.
is racist.
Sorry.
Racist app.
This app is racist, not inclusive.
Yeah, on Facebook, when you wave at
Oh,
someone's
yeah,
yellow. I'm not yellow. That's racist.
Yeah, but is
I'm
that
not
the back?
Asian,
Is that the back of your hand or the front of your hand?
Oh my god.
I know this place like the back of my hand. Oh, it's the back of my hand. That's an old Malcolm and Wise joke.
You need to give a trigger warning before you say a statement like that, so.
Oh, another flat earther fell off a cliff.
Wait a minute. Nah, he was pushed.
by a NASA shield. Yeah.
I didn't do nothing.
I didn't do that. That's great Northern Ireland accent. No worries. Irish.
Cop didn't see it. I didn't do it.
Just ask anyone from Northern Ireland to say the number 8.
8.
8.
Oh no, it's like yip, right?
Barney found us.
Yep.
Mic
mic
check,
on,
Barney, when you're ready.
There you go.
Mic check.
Yeah, you're
Mic
good.
check. Okay.
Got
You
mine.
found us.
All right, 1 2 1 2. Can I get a mic check, Terry? How's it sounding? How's it looking?
Yeah, you sound. Well, I can't see you, but I can hear you.
We can
One,
hear
two,
you.
1 2, through and through. The Vorpal blade went snicker snack.
Now we know Spurs.
Where did everybody go?
We're over in my Zoom. You've got the link.
Right, I'm still in meet.
Oh yeah, you got to come over to Zoom.
Yeah,
I'm in it.
cool
I'm on
kids.
it.
Discord.
I'm on it. I'm in it. What do you mean? I've got an application. Can I go on the website instead of the application? Can I?
Spurs, can I have a wee minute, please? Is it on your Discord, Teddy?
It's in the side chat on my channel. Unless you want me to send it to you.
Okay, no, that's fine. I'll get it. Okay, be back.
Spurs.
I'll
Spurs, thank you.
post-
Thank you, Spurs, for giving us your PIN number. That's a roadie's PIN number. 1212.
Through and through. The Vorpal blade went snicker snack. He left it dead, and with its head, he went galumphing back.
What's that?
Hast thou slain the Jabberwock? Come to my
That's
arms,
yes,
my
I was going to say that was
boy.
Lewis Carroll.
Oh, frabjous day, Calloo Calais, he chortled in his joy.
There you go. Love it.
You got to
Cabbages and
stop
Kings.
drinking that shit. Chills. Goddamn.
Do you remember anyone remember the show Cabbages and Kings?
Who?
Nope.
Anyone from the UK remember the old show?
Terry,
from the
can I get
60s?
this in my browser instead of the application?
The Zoom meet. The Zoom meet comes up in Chrome if you're on the computer.
I can use it on Chrome, yeah? Because I've got this application. I don't want to use this application.
Yeah, use Chrome. I'll give you a link to your browser. That just says using browser.
Well, you're in here now, so.
Yeah.
So you're in.
Yeah, but I'm using the app. I don't want to really download this app.
Well, you're okay.
But I'll do
now,
it for
then.
now. It's fine. We'll run it for now, I suppose.
Yeah, it seems to work for now.
The app is small.
Right.
It doesn't
So
take up
let's
much
get
space.
into the reality of where we live, how to determine, how to validate. I think you Ball Earthers have an issue with science, with how to prove something to be true. And we saw yesterday on Alan's show, we saw that Toady there went through a method, and at the end of his method, he was unable to conclude a cause and an effect relationship. Now, this would be a reason I would say is why we disagree with having any method.
Kimo, can I make a request? Can you stop monologuing, please, and actually provide some positive evidence that is exclusive to your flat Earth that you're a proponent for? If you're going to come in and waste time for us today again.
Well, evidence for the flat Earth, as we've been trying to tell you, is self-evident. You cannot obviously go inside my mind and see the world how I see it. Now, even if you understood the Earth was flat,
Thank goodness.
We're monologuing again.
You could not model the flat Earth because It's not a thing that can be modeled. You see, we don't understand what the sun is, what the moon is, where it is. The stars.
No, Kimo.
Yeah.
Show us evidence that the scientific consensus of what the sun is not valid.
Well,
or don't make those.
It doesn't have to be consensus. He claims that his approach to science can prove things. Prove to us that the Earth is flat.
Yeah, we can prove that water cannot conform around the exterior of an object without a force or tension, and you need a force like gravity, which cannot be proven or demonstrated. So therefore, we conclude that the Earth is flat and stationary. Why do you disagree with that? That's what we'd like.
Gravity can be proven with an accelerometer.
Yeah, so every day you say, I don't mind asking this every day. Look, you guys say Cavendish is in the vacuum. Let's have a look at Cavendish in the vacuum. Then we can put the mass attractive mass.
I didn't say Cavendish. I said it can be proven with an accelerometer, a common accelerometer.
All right, let's have a look then. Let's have a look at your experiment.
You've got a gravity detector.
I don't know
in
if you know,
bathroom.
there's a Globe Light tour, and every day they go into a different city, asking questions. So I'm asking you again, Barney. Can you show me a vacuum, or can you show me an experiment that proves mass?
And we're asking you to provide just one sliver of evidence that is empirically and exclusively indicative of a flat Earth. That's all we're asking, just one.
Like what?
Turn on the accelerometer on your phone.
That the moon will be here tomorrow. The sun will be here tomorrow. What do you want? What prediction do you want?
Well, first off, empirically would mean that it's repeatable and testable, etc. And then exclusively indicative means that it points to a flat Earth and nothing else.
Yeah. Yeah. Water finds.
Do you have any one piece? Do you have any one piece of evidence that is empirically and exclusively indicative of a flat Earth?
Yes, water finding its level. We cannot get water.
That's not indicative.
Gravity. It's not exclusively indicative because gravity holds it to the outside of the sphere.
What's gravity?
Mass
it is the thing that your accelerometer will show you when you.
We're not going down your sleeping warrior parroting rabbit hole.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
We have explained this so many times. Do you have any evidence that is exclusively and indicative and empirical for a flat Earth? Yes or no?
Water at rest finds its level and cannot conform around.
That's a meaningless statement.
And in the real world, level is perpendicular to the pull of gravity.
Gravity? What is gravity?
Oh, we're back to no.
See, here we go again.
No.
Gravity is an acceleration which is measured by the accelerometer on the vertical axis.
So gravity is an acceleration, and it holds. How does that hold things to something?
Any acceleration will hold water in the container or stuck to a surface.
And we're not going to play this question. We're not going to do the why thing that 3-year-olds play when they're trying to discover the world.
Yeah, we're trying to be adults. We're trying to use science. We're trying to use.
And Kimo, you demonstrated yesterday that you don't have a clue what the scientific method is or the steps that you would employ.
I think what we were able to demonstrate yesterday is that the method that you guys are using does not give us a cause and effect relationship. See?
I can't hear anything.
Terry, can you sort out the noise in the background? Can you mute and boot or kick and whatever it is?
Kimo, it's not your hangout. Kimo, it's not your hangout, so don't dictate to the channel owner what to do, please, okay?
Everybody was asking for that noise to be stopped.
Yes,
fair enough.
That was a request from everybody there and them. Everybody wants that noise in the background to be paused. Yeah, it's not just my request, not just a flat earther request, that there's background noise that needs muted. Yeah?
And I agree that background noise is kind of distracting.
Right, so you got they and them jumping on his high horse saying, "Oh, it's not your channel. Don't stop the background noise."
Okay.
Was there something inaccurate about that?
Well, I was getting confused with background noise with people talking over one another.
Can I 1 second?
Gotcha. Understood then.
May I 1 second? Spurs Kimo, it's nice to chat with you again. It's been a while. How are you?
Hey, how are you? I'm all right. I'm all good. What I'm looking for is a method to know whether.
Just right to it. Just get right to it.
As usual.
TARDIS lady, Miss TARDIS.
TARDIS lady.
I'm sorry, I'm not on my phone. I can't see my phone. I'm in another room.
Oh,
What's-
Channel X. Just call me Pip.
Pip?
Pip, yeah, that's Pip there.
I didn't get a mic check from anyone, so I can make sure I'm heard.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
No, we can't hear you.
I don't want to
Did
be
you hear
soft.
some-
I don't want to be really soft, and everyone else is loud.
Were you going to ask me something, Channel X?
No. I was just trying to, because I'm not on my phone. I couldn't identify. I'm sorry. I just want to know what to
Okay,
call
sorry.
you. Hello.
I was
how are you?
I was in Jose's earlier too.
Oh yeah. I
think
with
that worked
channel
well, but I was
when
there.
Q when Q was in here, it was Channel X and Channel Q.
Yeah.
When she was shouting at me, it was great fun. So yeah, nice to talk with you, Pip.
Thank you. You too.
Where,
I'm kind
where
of
from
in and out. I'm cooking the dinner, so
lovely. Where are you from in Scotland?
Southwest Ayrshire.
Oh, love it. I can listen to that
Have
all
you
day.
seen Al Kay's videos with Ailsa Craig and things?
No.
No? Well, I can
I'll
see
have
the
to
Ailsa
check
Craig
that.
from my house.
Oh, lovely.
Burns Country, Robert Burns Country.
Yes, of course. Of course.
That's where I am.
Gosh, I can't think of any Burns.
I don't know any Burns other than a
Timorous. All I know is two words: timorous beastie.
Oh, wee coor and timorous beastie. Oh, what a panic's
That's
in my beastie.
That's brilliant. Burns was amazing.
That's
He
to
was
a
amazing.
mouse.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice chit chat, guys. But we're looking to change.
Oh, piss off, Just nice to get a word in edgeways once in a while. I'm going to mute. I'm cooking the dinner.
Spurs,
Carry
take
on.
your shoes off.
Sorry.
Spurs,
I'm relaxed.
take
Yeah,
your
I've got
shoes
to
off.
relax.
Take your socks off. Go
Sorry.
walk in the go walking down the beach, down into the water. Put your feet in the water, and take some
And then
breaths.
your head.
And just keep walking. Keep walking. No, just relax.
Carry on,
Relax.
Spurs. Go for it.
No, it's fine. I don't mind the old chit chat every now and again, but there is a time when we have to recognise that we've been lied to on a massive scale.
Oh shit! Who lied to me? Quick, who were they? Give me their names.
Was it me? Was it me? Was it
Well,
me?
it
Who was
happened,
it?
Terry, when we were 5 years old, we were just innocent children going to school looking to learn and find out things about the world where we live. And then a teacher came up to us and said, look, this is where you live.
I have a scary teacher.
This is what
And they also told us that the sky is blue, water is wet, grass is green, and 1 + 1 is 2, and 2 + 2
And
is 4,
Santa
and
Claus
4
exists.
+ 4 is.
So it was a conspiracy that I learned finger painting. That's not real.
Exactly.
No, not
They
that.
poisoned you.
Can I get a mic check? That was
Yeah,
No.
somebody
Look,
talking.
Hold on, guys. You know the story of Hansel and Gretel, where they
No.
fed the children food.
You're going
so
to
they
tell
were
me a
fat.
story, okay?
No, but I'm just saying that's what they fed you, crayons and all those other things, so they could give you the real
some
damage.
Germanic myth, some horror
But
story.
The point is, the children thought they were eating delicious food, right? And this is great, we're eating. But the real issue was that the witch was going to eat them, right? Now,
Who did this? Why did they do it? And how do you know?
do what?
What is this?
He don't know nothing.
Sorry, what you want about, Barney?
Hansel and
I'm
Gretel.
saying that when we were at
Who did this? Who created the lie? And who propagated it? Why did everybody else agree to it? Why did they do it? What was the purpose of them doing it? What do they gain by it? And how do you know that that's what happened?
Right, it's going to be a long story, so I mean,
Oh,
it's a lot of history to cover of how they.
Do I need
how
to
it
go and
all-
get a cuppa first? Because if it's going to be a long
First-
story, I need a cuppa to.
But he has to. It's not a quick, 2 minute. Of
First
how
the
did
earth
open.
cooled.
Yeah? Okay.
First
We're going to
the
start at the
earth
beginning. We've
cooled,
got to
and
start
then-
at the beginning.
And then the dinosaurs came, but they were too big and heavy.
In the same way that you won't let me speak and want me to give short answers. The answer to who is 1 or 2 words. The answer to why is at most 1 sentence. And how do you know it? You just have to cite the source of how you got to the information. If it's just your intuition, I honestly don't care.
Right. Well, like any good Sherlock, there are clues that have been left for people to find because when something so heinous, Barney, has been put out there, they don't want to cause a horror show by just saying, "Look, surprise, the Earth's not a ball." Right? So they have to.
Spurs,
here's the issue.
You realize that these are your criteria, that this is the stuff that you ask of me every time we talk. You don't want an explanation. You don't want me to tell you a story. You want me to answer in 2 words or 1 sentence or whatever. And you insist on it every time. You want me to present my evidence and perform a live experiment right now, this second.
Make a model of the entire planet right now.
Start keeping you to that standard. Just
but
be
what I'm
fair.
telling-
Be
yeah, but
fair,
Barney-
because those are the rules that you want to play by.
Yeah.
Those rules then apply to you too.
Yeah, but Barney, talking about science and history are 2 different things. I can't go take you back in time and show you what happened historically, right? We have to put the pieces together. In science, well, you repeat it, you demonstrate
Spurs.
it, you validate it. It's very simple, Barney. Now,
Spurs.
with science, there is no assumption. Now, we assume there was Napoleon, Jesus, Galileo.
You are not furthering your cause one bit. I'm sorry. Can you just give me the answers to the questions I asked you?
Well, like I said, obviously there's a bloodline, a family who control the entire
Obviously.
population. And why? It's because why do criminals do crime? You have to ask them. Why does the bank robber rob a bank?
For profit.
Why do they break into somebody's house? Why do they mug the old lady? We don't know why they did.
We do know. It's for profit.
We do know.
Now, how do they profit from
No, but there are
believing
some,
that the world is round?
But there are some rich people who have rich children. Well, they're rich anyway, but you understand what I mean. But they still do crime just because. They go and steal just because, right? So you don't know what. You can't ask why did you steal. You have a big house. You have a nice car.
Kimo jumps on the roundabout and runs away from any questions.
Right. So
I'd like to know the name of one person that lied to me while I was going to school. Who was it? Who would it have been?
What's the name of your teacher? Your headmaster?
Okay, no. You
You
can't just wait. You can't just say what was the name of your teacher? Oh, she was lying. You can't say that. That's not a position you can take.
She's
I
not
mean,
lying
you
on
can
purpose.
take it, but it's
but she's not lying on purpose. She's just following what she was told. But she doesn't even know she's lying. Like you guys don't know you're lying. You guys are all lying.
Chemo.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're calling us liars.
Chemo.
No, but you don't know it though. You're repeating lies.
You haven't proved there is a lie. We've talked about this before, about 8 months ago. Do you remember the conversation we had, Spurs? Remember those conversations we had, and I asked you, excuse me,
I
for a
started
second.
with water cannot curve around the exterior of a board. You said gravity.
Yes, it can, and it does.
You said, let's not talk about gravity. So where do we go from there?
Wait, Chemo.
Why they lie?
Spurs.
Oh,
Spurs.
Yes.
Spurs.
Yes.
Can I have a look? I was not very good at school. I was not very. I had difficulties, right? So most of the stuff you're talking about doesn't reflect to me, right? Everything I do now, after I left school, I taught myself. Okay, so I wasn't indoctrinated. They didn't tell me the moon was all of this. They didn't tell me about NASA. Blah 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 blah. This is all stuff I researched myself. I taught myself radio, electronics, learned how to fix motorbikes. No one told me how to do it. I've done it myself.
I hear you.
So
I hear you. So you're saying that you knew the Earth was a globe all by yourself.
Yes, I taught myself radio.
Okay, great. So tell me now how you know the Earth is a globe all by yourself.
Nope.
Tell us how you know the world is flat all by yourself.
Thanks, Unpale.
Yeah.
I can tell you how I know that the Earth is entirely flat all by myself, because water cannot curve around the exterior of an object.
Yes, it can.
Wait.
And it's been
time out. No. Spurs. How do you know?
Because I have tried to take water and let it conform around the exterior of an object. It doesn't work.
Explain.
I know that
what did you do? Explain what you did.
I know that the Earth is round.
Remember, you're on the planet
water
Earth.
Cannot be held, because water cannot be held flat without an external force to keep it flat.
Yeah, but you need a force.
Because if you remove gravity, it will form into a sphere, a droplet.
Again, you keep on saying gravity, but we don't know what it is.
It's an acceleration. It's a measurable acceleration. Any means that you can use to measure any acceleration will show you that there is a constant acceleration on
All
the
right,
surface.
show me gravity now. Let's have a look at gravity. I will tell you.
We're back to the
show me-
same exact thing.
Okay,
No,
I can
use
show
your
you.
phone.
Hang on. I can show you
Take out your
gravity.
phone.
No,
So,
I can show you gravity.
so again,
Kimo.
we're going to jump through hoops to show Kimo stuff instead of holding his feet to the fire to actually
Same-
back up his bullshit.
We're back to the exact same positions we were before.
Can I get a bit of a
Exactly.
tech problem sorted out? Jose said he can't hear or he can't talk.
Oh.
I don't.
Oh, if you can't talk, you got to dial in. I had to dial. I was trying to talk for the longest time, and
Yeah.
sometimes it just
There-
doesn't work that way.
There's internet connection and there's dial-in. There's two methods of connecting.
Yeah. If you can't talk with just going through the phone, then you actually have to like dial in. Like there's
Jose,
two options.
If he's on
Yeah.
his computer, he just has to join the post, copy
He's on
and paste
phone.
it to join.
Jose, if you're on your phone on the app, scroll the app windows across to the left, and you will see a big button that says tap to speak, and then it'll turn blue.
Or connect to internet audio. I have to connect to internet audio on mine.
Yes, as did I. Connect through the device.
Shills, can you hear me?
Yep.
Awesome.
Okay, Spurs.
Is that Crash?
I can.
Is that you, Crash?
Yeah, that's
See, the
me. I
problem is,
finally got
guys,
through.
the problem is the reason why we go around in a circle like this is because you won't demonstrate this gravity that you say exists. Let's see it.
No, Spurs. The reason
Spurs,
Terry.
with all due respect,
Terry.
Cody demonstrated gravity to you. Blue demonstrated gravity to you. You refuse to accept what you saw with your own eyes.
We have an explanation. We have a variable that's not counted for. That's not science. That's pseudoscience.
What's your variable?
No,
What account?
you call it
Take
pseudoscience.
Terry.
Because
Take
you are
accelerometer
using.
on your phone right now.
Somebody's
and
trying to
confirm
call.
that it
Someone's
measures
trying to talk to me. Hello.
Terry.
Hello.
Hello.
Who's that?
Hey.
Hey, Mo.
Okay, here.
Oh, cool.
Hey, Mel.
These are all good
No
now.
problem. Sorry to interrupt.
It's all over.
Do you hear me now, Jose?
Mo.
Do you hear Jose now?
Take
Yep.
any
Yeah.
accelerometer.
They're trying to sprinkle me with gravity dust, right? And
I need to
trying
tell you something important for the stream.
Take
Important about the stream. You got a hot mic. Somebody's got a hot mic. When they're not speaking, we hear heavy breathing, like, and it's very annoying. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you. I think if somebody's not speaking for a long time, mute yourself because maybe you don't realize you got a very sensitive microphone and your breath interrupts the whole flow. Thank you very much. I'll hang up now.
Okay. Thanks, Jose.
Yeah.
So
look,
take any accelerometer, including the one on your phone, measure the acceleration of other objects such as cars, yourself when you start running or where you stop. When you're convinced that it measures acceleration accurately, turn it vertically. And you will find constant acceleration there, right? And that acceleration is gravity. You don't even have to go, you don't have to go anywhere else, right? You know that that thing exists. Even if you deny all of the causes of it, even all of the explanations, all of the science as it is, you know that acceleration exists. And that acceleration is sufficient to explain why water is flat on the Earth's surface.
Look, Barney, we can't know anything, right, until we see an experiment of mass attracted mass. Otherwise, it's your idea about what you think reality is.
No. I nowhere in this have I said that mass is attracting mass.
Yeah, but that's
And
what
we are
gravity
still
is.
we are still waiting for some empirical and exclusively indicative
Call
evidence
it-
of a flat Earth.
Don't call it acceleration. Don't call it gravity. Call it acceleration, surface acceleration on Earth, right?
Well,
Don't care what word you use. There is a measurable acceleration on the surface of the Earth, which is a real, measurable, constant phenomena that can be observed and measured independently by everybody. whatever, like if you disagree with the explanation of it is mass attracting mass, I don't care for the purposes of this conversation. That acceleration exists. That sufficiently explains why water is flat.
All right, Barney. So you're saying things fall at the same rate, essentially, in a vacuum?
No.
You're
No.
obfuscating.
That's not what I said. I didn't say that mass attracts mass. I didn't say that things fall at the same rate. I said none of that. I said there is a measurable acceleration.
Yeah, you said a constant rate. What is that constant rate?
I didn't say constant rate. I said that there is a measurable acceleration.
Of what? What is it? What is
Bars,
that?
you do remember you were on last night. We were all, a lot of us were here, and Toady showed you, so do not go over the same shit again.
What is that?
Do not put words in my mouth, because all of those things that you have listed are completely irrelevant to the argument that I'm making.
Well, that's not
the argument that I'm making is there is a measurable acceleration.
From who?
That
From who?
acceleration.
From where?
What?
What university? What school? Where? Who? What? Who's done this?
What?
I did it for
Everybody.
you yesterday, you know?
Including
I did it
you.
for you yesterday.
Right? That's the
He'll just say that it was programmed that way.
That's direct observation. Things fall down, and when you take an accelerometer and measure it, you'll always find an acceleration, right?
Yeah, things fall
in the vertical direction. That acceleration is everything. Without knowing anything else, you have the cause of water sticking to the surface and staying level
over and over and over again. You're repeating yourself, so you hope it sticks. But we have questions for you.
Spurs.
How are you sure that temperature is not the cause of why it fell?
How am I sure that curvature is not what?
What?
Temperature is not the cause.
Temperature?
Yeah.
We just
we know
The accelerometer doesn't register temperature.
I do not care. I do not care at the moment what the cause of the acceleration is.
Yeah, but how do we know? How can we have a constant rate? How can we measure anything if it's not constant?
Oh dear.
You take an accelerometer and measure it. You compare it to other acceleration of other bodies. If you have a device which can measure acceleration and turn it in the vertical direction, you will measure an acceleration on the surface of the Earth. That's all that you need to know that there is a force. We call that force gravity. That is
No one's
all,
arguing that.
literally.
No one's arguing about things move at a certain speed. That's not the problem here. No one argues that things move at a particular speed, Barney.
No, not speed. Not speed. Acceleration.
Yeah, how
Can I
fast
have a
is
word?
acceleration?
No. No, you already know the answer to that. You know the answer to that.
what?
Why are you asking that?
I don't care.
No.
For the purposes of this, I don't care.
already
If
know
you
the
have
answer to
acceleration, if you have acceleration
me.
on bodies with mass, then you have a force, because
can't
that
have
is the
acceleration without a
literal.
force, though, Barney.
That is a literal definition of what force is.
But Barney, you can't have acceleration without a force.
Wait, stop 1 second. Can I ask time out for
No,
a second,
I just want to
please?
clear this up with Barney.
No,
Barney,
we've been over this. No,
you
this is
can't
about
have
the fifth
acceleration
time in
without a
that number of days that we've been over the same exact things. How many times are we going to go through the same exact things?
We need to
I think
go
it was
over
a mistake. I think it was a mistake to get. This is not my channel. It is not my chat. But I think it was a mistake to allow Spurs in, because basically it's back to the Spurs show. Show me gravity. Show me water conforming to these observable shape, etc., etc., etc. And it ends up being where everyone sits by while Spurs talks to one person who is getting frustrated trying to go through the same exact information that we've been going over. We chatted Spurs 8 months ago, and we went through the exact same thing, and you're still here asking the same questions. Why? I want to know why.
Because we
I want to know why.
Timo.
I'm telling you why.
Tell me why. What's the issue here? What's the problem? What's the mental block? There is a mental block going on. What is it? Tell me.
You don't have a demonstration. You have words. You're preaching to me.
We do. You just won't look. You won't do the experiments yourself. You won't go and look. You won't do anything.
Show what we can repeat. Show what we're repeating. What
we have. It's in science books. Go back to school. Go to college. Get a textbook. Go ask a teacher. Go ask a scientist. Go ask someone
Until
who's
then-
done the experiments.
until then,
Sit with them
in
and
the
do the
mean-
experiments.
In the meantime,
Why are you here asking people who can't show you models of the planet Earth in a chat? Why are
Because
you
they
still
make
asking
claims.
for people to show you the
make wild
exterior
claims.
shape of a ball and water conforming in it?
People make wild claims. That's
why are you still
Okay,
asking
here's
all
the
these
deal.
questions? Stop.
Here's
Because
the
people
deal.
make wild claims. If people make wild claims, they
wild
have
claims.
to.
Well,
They
the people-
must.
the people-
claims.
They must prove those.
The
wild
people
claims.
aren't here
Okay,
aren't
Spurs.
making any.
What
We're not making any.
claims,
We're not
you
making
need
any.
to make.
Spurs, you're asking us to demonstrate something
Wow.
that would require us building something the size of
A
Earth.
planet.
Yeah, it's your
And,
claim.
You want to build a planet.
and I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet.
Yeah.
And nullify the gravity of Earth so that only the gravity of this object that we've created would actually affect any water sticking to the skin of this thing. You are asking for something that is impossible. You're asking for a laboratory demonstration of a planet-sized phenomenon.
On the
We
planet
are
Earth.
we are
That's right.
explaining to you, and we have demonstrated to you the mechanics of how this works. We have given you
How do you know the
empirical
mechanics?
ev-
Do you know?
I'm not done yet. I am not done yet. This has
Wow.
been the Spurs show for 2 freaking times now.
No.
We're going to get a little segment from me. We have shown you acceleration due to gravity, or whatever the hell you want to call it. We have shown you that it falls at a very particular rate. When Blue made his drop, he measured the timing, and it came out to within 1 3/8 inches of the height of the ceiling in that room. Within 1 3/8 inches from some slapped together demonstration done by a layman. Okay,
Yeah, we know the
we are
cause, we know the
asking you.
cause.
I'm not done yet.
Oh,
we
go
are
on.
asking you. We are asking you for one single sliver of empirical and exclusively indicative evidence of a flat Earth, not denial of a globe Earth, and you provide zilch. I am done now. Thank you.
That's what we're asking you for, evidence of a
Who are
globe,
we?
and you've provided us nothing. You say
We've-
gravity is a force.
Let's back
We've
this up.
shown you
One.
scientifically that
Oh, no,
gravity is
it's my
not.
turn.
Who's the owner of this chat? Who is the owner of this chat?
There he is.
I am.
Okay.
Every time you
Right.
mention gravity, we
Okay,
will ask you
stop
how
for
are
one
you
second. Stop 1 second.
demonstrating this magical
I
force?
wanted to join this chat. I wanted to be in this chat. I want to be involved in this chat. But this is ending up being the Spurs show again. On his own, one-on-one, I've chatted with him. He's fine. But in these environments, he just goes on to the same thing, and I can't do it.
I don't actually remember
So-
chatting with you. When was this? I don't remember.
You
your
don't
name.
remember? We chatted for hours. About
No, I
it
don't
was about
remember. I mean, I
6,
speak to
7,
so
8
many
months ago.
people who make wild claims. I'm not supposed to remember everybody.
I'm not
You said
making
it
any
exists.
wild claims. You are the one that's making
Channel
wild
X,
claims, and
he-
you're
he
repeating
does-
the wild claims. And all you're doing is you're trolling people. You're trolling. You're
Well,
trying
look,
to
we
troll.
live in the moment, right?
You're
And the
trying to
moment
troll
is right
Barney.
now. The
Okay,
moment
you
is
do
right
you
now,
do
and
these
if you have a
monologues.
claim-
The problem is Spurs. You do these monologues, all right, and you go on and on and on, and then when Barney comes in and explains stuff to you, you say, "Oh, you stop talking. You're monologuing. You're monologuing. You're monologuing. You're trolling people."
Yeah.
I want to
Well,
know
like I say,
why
it-
you're doing this.
Well,
There
if
is
people make
something
wild-
wrong. There is
Yeah,
something wrong here.
Something seriously wrong. If people are making
Yes.
wild, fallacious claims about forces that they cannot prove, that has to be
Chemo.
You
Chemo.
jump off a cliff. Just drop a
Let's-
pencil.
Can we take?
Look at something that's laying on the floor. That's proof of
with a hot air
gravity.
balloon, I'll jump off
Do
a
you
cliff
have
with
a
hot
do you
air
have an
balloon. What happens?
alternative? Do you have an
What happens
alternative?
if I jump off a cliff with a hot air balloon? Which way do I go?
You'll go up because helium or
I'll
hot
go
air is
up,
lighter
right,
than air.
because of buoyancy, because of temperature. Yeah,
Because
hot
gravity can be overcome by buoyancy. Yes, it
air.
can.
Oh, right. What is gravity? Prove gravity.
You do it again.
Spurs,
No,
why do
see,
you keep doing this?
Channel.
Why do you keep doing this?
Can
What
I
about
say something real
yesterday?
quick?
Yes. Wow.
Okay, Spurs. Let's take your position. Gravity doesn't exist. Okay, kudos.
Good.
All right. Let's go ahead and adopt that. Why not?
Right.
Gravity doesn't exist. The Earth is flat and stationary. Let's start with that point.
That's excellent.
This
Now,
is not.
ask
This
these
is
guys-
this is.
now, Erebus, ask these guys.
it's
for
a Spurs
proof
show.
of their globe.
No.
Yeah?
I'm not going to ask anyone anything. I'm going to ask you.
You're a flat
Spurs.
earther now. You just said you're a flat earther.
No,
Now ask these
Spurs.
guys
Good
proof.
grief.
See. Do you understand what
something
I'm
wrong in his
saying?
head.
Erebus, demand evidence of these guys. That's what we do as flat earthers. We question
Spurs.
No, you don't. You watch videos.
Spurs. I'm not saying that I'm a flat earther. I said, let's adopt that view for the moment. So pay attention to what people say and not your own narrative.
For the moment. Okay, go on.
Sure. Let's suspend belief and say that, okay, fine. Gravity doesn't exist. The Earth is flat and stationary. Gravy.
Yeah.
Okay. And according to you, wait. According to you, there's no pressure gradient.
Yep. Great.
Correct?
Good. No container.
Okay, good. There's no, wait, you said there's no container?
No container. Good. Yep, we're on the same page.
Wait. No. Good. Spurs, you just said there was no container.
Good. We're on the same page. No pressure, no container, no gravity. Good. Carry on.
No. Chemo, pay attention to what I just said.
We're not on the same page.
You
then.
just,
Where's what container?
wait for it. We're going to, no container. Okay, so there's no dome.
No dome. What dome?
What? Is that what you're saying?
How is there a dome? What dome? Have you seen a dome?
No, I'm asking you. You said that there's no container, so I'm asking you that does that mean you're agreeing that there's no dome?
Well, there's no dome, yeah. There's no pressure, so there's no container, obviously.
Okay, so you don't believe that there's a dome.
How can there be a dome? Do we live in a container? No.
This is absurd.
You tell me.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That when the particles go up, they freeze and they fall. Yeah.
No. Wait, there's no container.
No.
Right? You just said there's no container.
Pressure.
So they
No
just go
pressure.
up, and up.
Yeah.
Right? There's no pressure. So there's no reason from okay, so it just goes up, and up, and up, and up, and up, and up to infinity.
Up. Well, as far as we can see.
What's
you can't. How far is as far as we can see?
Well, you tell me. How far can we see?
No, you made the claim.
Well,
I'm asking you to clarify what you mean.
Me and you in the moment are flat earthers, and me and you in the moment have not been that far. We can only see.
No, I never claimed I was a flat earther. Please don't do that. I'm asking you.
You said in the moment.
You can't make a claim, man.
You just said in the moment the Earth is flat and stationary.
As far, no, pay attention. Now, you just said, as far as we can see. Now I'm asking you, how far is that?
God, I don't have a tape measure in my eyes.
Doesn't know.
Well, you made the claim. I need to know. I need specifics.
But you can see what I can see. We both see the same thing.
No, I'm going to say, Spurs, I'm nearly legally blind. So, no, I don't see the way you do.
Oh, you don't.
So I'm going to ask again.
All right. Fine.
So I'm going to ask again, how far?
Well, I could tell you anything.
I want a real number.
Yeah, but you can never verify it, could you? Because you can't see it.
I'll put it this way. You can tell me, and then I can go and see if I can verify it. But for the moment, right now, I'm asking you to give me an accurate number. How far we can see.
Right now, we have a blind flat earther who wants to know how high the sky is.
He's not a flat earther.
Don't be pedantic, Spurs.
Don't call him a flat earther. He never said he was a flat earther.
He said the Earth is.
Yeah,
flat.
I'm being very. No, I didn't say is. I said let's presume.
Yeah.
Let's take the presupposition, which is not the same. But either way, Spurs, worrying about all that is meta. I don't need to worry about that shit. So I'm asking you specifically. And I told you I'm myopic. I can't see very far. I'm very nearsighted. So when you say as far as we can see, I can't see very far myself. But you made a determination of who we are. I assume that's the human race. So how far can the human race as a whole see? What distance? When we whip out that telescope, how far is it going?
Let's give around 1,000 miles.
Only 1,000 miles high?
Yeah, no more than that.
Okay. Now, does that mean that everything stops at 1,000 miles, or does it continue on?
Everything stops.
Why?
Because outside of that is not our reality. So we can't go beyond.
Well, whose reality? Whose reality is it?
Well, we don't know. We haven't been there, have we?
No, we just made a claim that it's someone else's reality. Whose reality is it?
Well, you can say aliens, God, different beings, whatever you want.
No, I don't want. I don't. You give me speculative answers to the definitive statement. You made a definitive statement, so I want a definitive answer.
Yeah, but I don't know. We haven't been there. We can only go with NASA.
So you can't make the statement then. So no. I don't bring NASA in this shit. No. Stop it. You made a claim. You made a definitive claim. You stated this is that. Now you have to prove it. Otherwise, you can't say this is that thing.
No, it's just speculating. We don't know how hard.
Okay, so you have no idea, so you can't make the claim. So you don't know. Say I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Okay, so you don't know.
I did say originally I don't have tape measures in my eyes, but you said, "Go on, give me an answer."
No one said you had. Are you saying we don't have tools to do that?
No, we don't have tools to go 1,000 miles up. No.
We don't have tools. Do we have tools? Do we have tools to do everything else?
Tools to do everything else, like what?
Anything else? Do we have tools for doing things?
To build a house, build a car. Yeah, sure. But to go.
Sure, we have tools to build a house, build a car.
Yeah, but
we have ways. Wait, are you saying you can't measure 1,000 miles on the ground?
Not in the air, no. Not straight up above.
No, on the ground, you can't measure that?
On the ground, yeah, sure.
How?
You would drive.
What tool are you using?
Your car.
No, you're using a tool that measures the circumference of your tire. Now I'm going to ask you again, what tool that you have that measures 1,000 miles on the ground?
My car would tell me when I've gone 1,000 miles.
Your car is not a tool.
It is my tool. It's my choice of a tool. My instrument.
No, you're using something that takes revolutions. How many revolutions in a set amount of time?
That's my tool. I'm using that. I don't know about the revolutions, but I will know.
Is that the only tool?
That's my only tool. I will know when I've traveled 1,000 miles.
Is it the only tool? I didn't say if it was yours. I said, is it the only tool?
The only one that I know of, yes. Do you know of any others?
Really? There's no other tool.
I don't know. A truck, a bike. Do you know of any other device?
This is a fucking troll.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because in the end,
this is 12 people listening to Spurs argue with one person. I'm standing here. I came into this chat to chat, not to listen to Spurs be pedantic for 4.5 hours. Spurs.
Sorry about that, channel.
Please just leave. I thought we could have a good conversation. I was wrong.
Flat Earth
I was wrong. I stood up for you and I said you were an okay guy, and one-on-one you were terrific. You were lovely. I stood up for you. Now I'm just all I want to do is I want to punch the wall.
Right, Spurs. How about this? How about you go and actually do an experiment yourself, and then bring that to the table to discuss instead of just this rhetoric bullshit that you have been spreading for 7 years.
Yeah, that's enough.
Maybe yes.
I think that's enough time.
Spurs, this is the point, Spurs. You're nothing but a troll.
If I make any claims, you will see me make an experiment. Absolutely, for sure.
You're claiming that the Earth is flat and that we haven't been to space, and you've done nothing to demonstrate that you have evidence to back that up.
Yeah,
whereas we have pictures.
We were told we've been to space.
Spurs. Your assertions don't mean diddly squat because you've done fuck all yourself to verify any of the rhetoric you spew.
Nobody's verified anything. That's the point.
No, Spurs. It has plenty of information has been independently verified by people.
Who's independent? No one's independent. Who?
No, Spurs. Go and actually do an experiment. Actually,
they all work for NASA, don't they? They're all part of the same team.
Okay,
and this is why there's no point in speaking to Spurs.
I don't want to talk to him anymore. Enough for Spurs.
No, just ignore him. The hell with it.
Okay.
That's all this guy
Let's talk about something else.
That's all he does.
Talk about something else.
All right, let's move on.
Exactly.
Okay.
See,
if you can just get involved with a regular human conversation. Here's the point about a regular human conversation. First, what you do is you come in and you say, "Oh, hello, everyone. Tell me a little bit about yourself," or something like that to say, "Yes, I'm a human being."
We tried to earlier.
Here. Yeah, like we tried to earlier, and you couldn't stand that. You couldn't stand that. No. Let's get right to the arguing. Let's get to the arguing. It's what you live for.
On. Let's keep it civil. Let's talk about something else. Go for it.
Oh my word!
No, we don't need your
okay.
permission, Spurs.
Yeah, no, we're going to talk about something else.
We do not actually need your permission to talk about something else. We will.
So, on the subject of pictures, I've been looking at this quite a lot. The pictures from space and the alleged, fakery involved. And the interesting thing is that I haven't seen one citation from any photography or photo expert ever. In the 3 years I've been looking at this, I've not seen anybody, and please tell me if I'm wrong, anyone in the photographic field that has independently confirmed that any NASA image is demonstrably fraudulent. Same goes for video. Same goes for the accusations of CGI. I've never seen anybody that has experience in the business, an expert in CGI or in video in general, ever say, oh yeah, this NASA footage is demonstrably fraudulent because you can tell, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I just want to point that out with the photos. It's just, I just find that very, very interesting. And generally, in the same way, geology or in any field, there are no experts that will back up the flat Earth idea. I wish there were, because it would be great to be able to talk to them and see what the reasoning is and et cetera, but there aren't any. There are no flat Earth astronomers. There are no flat
Terry,
Earth
Druss in the side chat would like a link if you can, please. Sorry, Channel 8.
No, that's okay. That's I was monologuing.
I've had a conversation with several flat earthers, and I said, well, just go buy a telescope, buy a pair of binoculars. And they just have some excuse why not to. And then I questioned I said, well, you're questioning about scientists, etc. They go, yes. I said, well, what about your phone? What about my phone, they say. I said, do you know how it works? No. I say, you just assume it's going to work. Yes. So why do you need to know how it works? He said, well, I don't. I said, well, why do you think all the scientists are conspiring against you then? Because they're lying. I said, well, give me a reason why they're lying. They don't lie about your phone. They don't lie about your computer. They don't lie about your bank account. Yet you're taught it all at school. Why this one specific thing? And they can't give me a reason. They just cannot give me a reason. And I just think, well, surely it says something to you then. Does it not? Just because you can't see it not working doesn't mean you say it doesn't exist. You can't see electricity moving, but you know it does, because if you touch that live wire, you're going to get a belt off it. But you can't see it working. So why do you have such a problem with the Earth being a globe?
Well, one of the biggest problems is the science, because we are told that there is a body of science behind the heliocentric model. Now, when we put that to the test, we find there's no science. In fact, we find
Chemo, here's the thing. We've already discussed the fact that you have put nothing to the test.
What we find is assumptions and presumptions, and that's
there are 5 Ds of globe deniers.
That's not the way.
This is why I say there are 5 Ds of globe deniers: deny, divert, dodge, disparage, or disappear. Those are the only 5 tricks they've got.
If you ask for the reasons why, I can give you the reasons. It's science, simply science.
Simply bring back the educational credentials and the experience to back up what you're saying, and we'll listen to you. But right now, you're irrelevant.
I think Gently's trying to play something.
The point is, we don't need anybody. We need.
Not working.
You're irrelevant.
Yeah, I don't know how you play something off a phone.
It's not about relevancy, Big Moo. It's about what you as a person can do to prove a claim.
No, it is about.
Terry, are you there?
Very much.
Yeah, I'm here, Mel.
Can I ask these guys what they think they're doing out here?
Out where?
Out here on the internet, being the globe police.
In what way do you mean police?
Good one, Mel. Go globe police.
In what way do you mean police?
Well, people are entitled to think what they want.
Yeah, thinking.
Yeah, not shove it down our throats.
Yes,
no one's shoving anything down anyone's throat.
Spurs is shoving them down.
Everybody's here of their own free will.
Okay, whatever.
Pippa, I'm not shoving it. I'm asking you for science.
Constantly the same shit. all the time.
You got too many
You've
questions.
had your answers. Take the answers. Do what you like with the answers, and don't ask again. You've had the answers 1,000,000 times.
Yeah, but they're not truthful answers. They're false.
To you, they're not truthful. Yeah, prove it. To you, they're not truthful. Go out and disprove us.
Well, we have.
That's all.
That gravity's not
We
there.
haven't. You haven't.
We have. Have you seen Anthony's test?
Chemo. No. Terry, can you please put this waste of space?
That prove gravity is a real thing. Let's have a look right now.
Can you remove him from the chat because he's not listening? He doesn't want to listen.
Chemo, if you're not going to play nicely, Chemo, we're not getting into any other conversations, and you're just going to be singled with your conversation all the time, and we're not getting to talk about other issues that I want to talk about.
Well, I'd like to ask one more time, Chemo. Do you have any evidence that is empirical and exclusively evident of a flat Earth? And denial is not evidence.
Absolutely. We have water. Water cannot conform.
No, that's denial. That's denial. You're saying you're saying, oh, that can't happen. That can't happen. So therefore, no, it's not a matter of denial.
No, it's been tested. You can take water, try to get it to conform to the exterior of an object, and you'll see that it does not.
Okay, show me where your planet was. What planet did you do this on?
What planet? What planet are you talking about?
The planet you built, the planet that you built in the laboratory.
We don't observe a planet. We observe a flat plane. What are you talking about?
Where's your planet?
What planet do you see with water on it? The moon.
He's just winding you up. Just ignore
You don't see the moon with water on it.
You're denying. You're simply denying.
A flat plane. Where's the globe? Show me the globe or the planet.
You're denying. You're denying.
You're
That's the evidence that
you're
bringing.
This is what you do. You presuppose there is water
He's
on
doing
it.
I am asking for evidence.
Chelsea just sucking
The
you
chat
back
wants
in.
rid of him. The chat wants rid of him.
Well, yeah, most globers want rid of flat Earth because it's a very difficult question, and
Chemo's never going to actually provide actual evidence.
Of course, it's not.
Because he
Ain't
hasn't
got
got any. There is no evidence of a flat Earth.
Let's move on anyway. Mel's here now. Anyway, Mel, they want evidence for flat Earth, Mel. What can you provide for these guys as scientific evidence for a flat Earth?
I'd rather at this stage just concede and let them have the planet Earth, let them have their universe. Carry on. What are you going to do? Are you just going to go back to whatever you were doing before this was on the table? Because we're going to go on, thinking what we think. It doesn't matter what you think of us. We'll be out here questioning mainstream science until.
And why can't we question you?
You've questioned us.
No,
we don't mind. We don't mind the questions. It's the same questions over and over when they've already been answered to the best of our ability. It's not our fault you don't get it.
Yeah, we just seem to be going around. We just seem to be going around in circles all the time with the questions the flat earthers ask. We give them the answers of what's out there, and they don't accept it. So that's the end of the conversation as far as I'm concerned. So if there's any more questions from any more flat earthers on this channel about something that we know in reality to be proven by the majority and known by the majority, well, any flat earthers has got any more questions, I don't think they need to speak anymore.
Terry, what's going to happen in the future is there's going to be just two camps. You won't have flat earthers and
Chemo.
What you see is what you see. You've seen on Discord, Terry. You've seen flat Earth Discord. You've seen Ball Earth Discord. Now you've seen online Nathan.
Listen to anyone.
Just Nathan, and you've seen Jose with very few flat earthers. Terry,
no, he won't listen. He'll go,
This is the way it's going.
Terry, please, can you mute him? Chemo, here's the problem. Your information about flat Earth has been weighed, measured, and found seriously wanting.
This guy just jumps on when I start speaking.
Because you're a twat, Chemo, that's why.
See, Terry, when I speak, he speaks. And that's the problem for this kind of discourse, because how can anyone...
You do speak a lot, Chemo.
Chemo, you do monitor...
You speak about 10 times more than anybody else.
You do monotone a bit too much, Chemo, which is not helping the conversation in general.
Well, I'm just saying the future of discussion is going to be two sides. You've seen it already. There are very few flat earthers here on Jose's in Discord. They're not mixing like they used to, Terry. What do you see the future of this discussion? If you kick me and Merle out now, it'll be just a circle jerk of ball earthers, and you'll just say, "Oh, flat earthers are terrible. They don't accept it," and that will just be the course.
Spurs. The flat earthers are in their own little echo chamber, jerking each other off. So I don't know. That's where they all are.
Have you ever been to the next?
Yes, you're right. You're right. The flat earthers are sitting together, as you can see, and the ball earthers are sitting together, and they're not coalescing together. Why?
Do you know why?
So here's a question. Here's a question I would really like to ask, which I think is pertinent to Spurs' point, which is, maybe flat earthers are not looking in the right place for their answers. Maybe we're not the right place to go and look for those answers. I don't know why you're not going to professionals and people who are actually qualified, that have doctorates in the appropriate field and asking them questions. Why aren't really any of you doing that?
Yeah, you don't go to the butcher. You don't go to the. You don't go to the butcher to find out what's wrong with your car, do you, Chemo?
You're probably right.
We're both privately thinking the same thing, though. Like, there's many people who think that it's just a psychological exercise now. We're just watching each other unravel.
Well, John does call these guys pretender clowns. Like, we are asking these guys, so they're right. We're asking these guys like they know something. It's like
asking which guys? Which guys?
The guy here just said why. Just said why are we asking these guys? And you guys are not the guys to be asking. So he's probably right. And this is why I realized John's saying pretender clowns. You're pretending to be something, not you, Terry. I'm just saying the people.
Nobody's pretending anything.
Well, you pretend to give an answer. You're pretending you know what gravity is.
Not pretend we're giving answers to the best of our ability.
Pretend to know where you live. This is the point of being pretender clowns. Now you see, Josh has just said
pretender clowns. You mean people that don't have any evidence?
We should ask real people who know the answers, not pretenders who pretend to know the answer.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. And again, you're perverting what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, sorry, can I actually finish my?
Yeah, clear out what you're saying. Should we ask yous or should we ask professionals? Who?
Sorry, can I actually answer rather than you interrupt me all the time?
Yeah, I'm just saying, clear what you're saying. Just clear it up. Should we ask you guys?
This is where you shut the fuck up.
I'm just saying, should we ask you guys online or professionals?
So the question is, you obviously don't hold that we have any authority in the answers we're giving you. Yeah. So maybe you need to find someone whose authority you can respect. In fact, you respect that they have knowledge in the topic.
Instead of asking people who pretend to know the answer.
Well, go and ask someone else. Go and you go.
You claim to be seeking the truth, and you say you've been doing this 7 years. And if I'm not done talking yet, you claim to be looking for the truth. You claim to have been doing this for 7 years. I don't think you're looking that hard.
I think you guys do have answers, but you're not demonstrating your answers. You'll give
Jose,
professionals.
Jose in the chat, yes, you're right. We heard it, but we just ignored it.
You'll have the same answers, but the problem is those guys will give the demonstrations, whereas you guys won't.
We don't need to demonstrate because we already know you're the one that needs to go demonstrate your flat earth. Go find you and seek your answers, Chemo. I tell you what, go to the nearest observatory and ask if you can look through their telescopes. There you go. They're people that know what space is. Go ask them.
I agree.
I'm sure they'll be quite happy to give you answers.
I agree with you. I agree what Josh just said. And now I've just realized why John says pretender clowns. Everyone's pretending to be an expert.
I'm not pretending anything. My knowledge is what I've taught myself, chap. So don't start.
Well, I'm just jumping on Josh's bandwagon of why do we even ask you guys online when you guys are not professionals?
Well, you come here to ask.
Why do you have Kiwi's hand up your ass moving your mouth?
See you guys as I see you guys as professionals. You guys obviously study these things, and I think we can get an answer from you. I'm saying that.
No, you didn't. You manipulated footage.
Why do you keep?
Just said, why do we even come here? Why do we ask you guys? I'm like, well, why are you even saying that? Now I get why John would say pretender clown. I used to wonder why are you saying pretender clown, but now I get it. It's because there are people pretending to have knowledge, to have information about the globe. In fact, they don't.
So then,
That's
Spurs.
fine. That's your no. That's just his opinion. Let him have his opinion. He
Spurs.
can be incorrect in how he's distorting what people say because we know he's a lying little shit.
Well, I don't know, Drish. You brought it up. I'm here talking to you guys. I agree. You guys may have the answer. You may not.
And you just misrepresented what
And
I
you
said,
just
which
said,
is
why
why
are
I'm calling
you
you
guys
a lying
talking to
little
us?
shit.
We don't know anything. You said, go and
Yeah.
speak to a professional.
Shall we move on
No,
from
I didn't. And that's the bit you added in that I didn't say. I didn't say we didn't know anything.
So
What I said is
what's
you
wrong with
have no
asking you
respect.
guys then? We can ask you guys all
Sorry,
day
can
long.
I finish my point? Can I finish my point?
Sure you can. Sure you can.
You can? Can I finish?
Sure.
Thank you. So, okay, what I was trying to say is I said that you have no respect for the answers we're giving because you now have no respect for our authority in the topic. So I said go and find someone whose authority you do respect on the topic. Unfortunately, that will probably lead you to idiots like Quantum Arrays or Anti Riley who have fuck all qualifications in what they discuss. But that's your choice. Ain't my problem.
But here's the thing. Spurs will actually go and troll these other guys as well. That's how deep down this troll rabbit hole that he has fallen. And for us to even continue speaking to him is just a waste of time until he actually puts something on the table for us to talk to him about.
Agreed.
I have to agree with they and them. I offered 2 weeks ago Spurs to destroy a $900 absolute pressure gauge to prove a point to you. But I also asked you if I did that, what does it prove other than me going out and destroying equipment that I use every weekend? What does it prove to you? Why should I go destroy my personal equipment to prove something to you when you don't give a damn about the results anyway?
It makes him laugh.
Terry, can Channel X get the link again, please?
Yeah, I'm just sorting
fell
it out
out.
now.
Thank you.
Now, can we get on with the conversation in general and not just... It's not all about Spurs.
If Merle has anything he'd like to address, I'm certainly happy to talk with him.
I'll have a conversation with anybody. Just Spurs, just.
Well, I was going to talk about anything that was on Jose's show. I was interested in about the what was it? The Air Force that did all that training for people to getting prepared. Well, they were the trainees for the to go into space or for the shit, I've forgotten what I was thinking.
Primarily, yes, it was. They pulled the earlier astronauts from the oh god, I can't even think of the word. The test pilot pool.
Yeah, Air Force and Navy test pilots mostly.
Yeah.
Hello, Anne.
Hello, Pip.
Test
How was your
pilots
steak?
are a whole different breed.
Oh yeah, I mean, but there again, back in the 50s, things were completely different. Anyway, in the 1950s, a brand new de Havilland prototype, the DH-110, broke up over the Farnborough Air Show, killing killing both members of the crew, and the wreckage came down on the crowd, killing about a dozen people. They tended to the injured and sorted everything out, and then they carried on with the air show. I really can't see that happening today.
And you won't. Right, that's just the way today's gotten with safety and everything else.
Yeah, a lot of it so they can analyze the crash data as well without it being interfered by outside sources. So, yeah.
No, I can vividly remember when it was perfectly safe and legitimate to go to the local dirt track and race on the oval in jeans and a T-shirt with a helmet.
T-shirt. Yeah. Quite true.
You had a track?
Can I ask can I ask a serious question to the people in this panel that actually understand the space program and stuff?
Yep.
Why is there no bacon in the food supplies?
This is a very good question.
I could say something, but I'd probably get flung off.
Because it gives some people gas.
Because it, well, it's also the fact that you don't really want to have an open flame, and what's the point of boiling bacon or reconstituting it with hot water?
Terry,
Well,
can
besides-
Ali B get a link, please?
Yeah, I was just about to ask that.
Besides that, everybody knows pigs can't fly.
All right, Ali. I do look.
They fly every time people like chemo open their mouths.
All right, mic check.
Yeah,
Hi.
you're back again.
I needed that timeout. I really did.
my
I needed that.
finger is hovering over a certain person's name. It's got two choices. It can go either way.
Has anyone seen that wing nut flipping in space? The
Yes.
Russians. Yeah, that is quite freaky, that, isn't it? They kept that quiet for quite a few years, didn't they, the Russians?
Oh, that's something like the Torcelli effect. Or, no, not but it.
Yeah, they named it after
Tarkovsky.
Terry, can we get a link for Ali?
Link's in, Ali. It's up above.
It's all sorted, chemo. I know what's going on.
The link's in there.
When I do this, I'm fully capable of doing things.
Thank you. Spurs.
I'm listening.
No.
Yes, I just want to apologize. I was getting really testy there, and okay. I don't know why I get so emotional, but somehow I don't know. Somehow this, I'm trying to be dispassionate, but somehow it just managed to push buttons. But I thought, oh no, I'll be fine.
I wouldn't worry about it, right? This is traumatic for everybody, right? And all you need to do is transition.
Because he's fucking rude, that's why.
Transition, yes. So you go with the script again. Transition to the flat earth reality, and it's a traumatic experience to have our worldview turned upside down and realize that we've all been lied to all these. Yeah, I get it.
It's awful. Yeah, I know. It's awful.
I get this. I get the script. Yes, it's all lovely. It's all lovely. I'm glad you have something to believe in like that. That's marvelous.
I mean, it's horrible to think that people have been
Good for you.
studying physics and science for 40, 50 years, and it means nothing, right? Imagine that. Now, you guys here have had just a few years to experience and get over this trauma. So
can you name a few? Can you name a few names of these people that are hiding this truth? Can you bring some tangible evidence about this truth, about the truth that has been hidden? Have you got anything that you can demonstrate and show us to show the guilt of these people who are withholding the truth from us? Have you got any of that at all?
Who's hiding the shape of the earth? Yeah. Everybody. Everyone who...
No, the proof. No, the proof. I want the proof. I don't want your anecdotes. I don't want
my proof that you are hiding the shape of the earth. You're lying about it being a globe without demonstrating it.
No, I'm not. There is no intent in my action, so it can't be a lie. I could be mistaken. I could be mistaken. Spurs, I could be mistaken. But without intent to deceive, it cannot be a lie. So there is no intent. Sorry, can I finish my statement? If there is no intent to deceive, there is no lie. So you can't say I'm lying. So who are these people who are purposely deceiving us?
I've told you are purposely lying. You are purposely lying because I've told you that water cannot conform around the exterior of an object, and you say it can. Prove it.
And you declaring it is all it takes, right, Kima?
Yeah.
Well, by that definition, Kimo, then you're lying, right? You're purposely lying.
Why are you lying to us, Kimo? You know that's a lie. Why are you lying to us? Yeah. You're lying to us. Why are you doing that?
About what? About what?
About what? You're lying to us.
It's
about what? What am I lying about? About what?
You have
comes out of your mouth.
What's the lie? What's the lie? Where's the lie? What am I lying about?
You have yet to show us water flying off a ball the size of the earth. You have yet to show us that.
The size of the earth? What is the size of the earth?
You lie about the definition of natural.
Hold on a second. Again, hold on, Moy. One at a time. Big Blue, what is the size of the earth?
The size of the earth. 8,000 miles.
What is that size of the earth, Big Blue? A lot of presuppositions. This is how we take down presuppositions. You guys maintain.
Who's
trying to have a conversation with Blue.
Who's trying to do a mic check?
All right.
Yeah, you're also gish galloping
See,
over
look
what
now,
Blue's
10,
saying and not letting
10,
him finish his
12
statement
people jumping
again.
in. I'm simply saying to Big Blue
I
that
think
we've
that
No,
was
I'm
me.
pointing out the
See,
fact that
look,
you
now
keep talking.
look, this is awful. I'm simply trying to
Laurie,
say.
we hear you.
Yeah.
I'm simply trying to say to Big Blue that Big Blue is saying that I'm lying, and I'm saying about what? And he's saying
You just
that,
called us liars.
Yeah, because you're
Spurs.
saying that there's a force
Wait,
called
wait,
gravity.
stop. Hold.
Look,
Basically,
we're not going to go down this rabbit hole again, Chemo. Look.
All right, sorry, Terry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We keep,
No,
like
no,
I've listened to you for a long time now, Chemo, and it's like deja vu a lot of the times with these conversations.
Yep. If
Well,
you
Terry,
Here's
look,
a
we need to get
demonstration
back to
of you lying is you accuse people of lying when they're not lying.
Terry, whether it's
we can't
here,
take it
No
seriously.
there,
demonstration
or
of the
anywhere,
lie.
right, we have to ask this question repeatedly. Okay?
Well, we don't need to ask questions all the time.
What do we do then? Just what?
Just
Terry?
accept, just accept what is and get on with your life like everyone else does.
Yeah.
Terry, how can that sit? How can you sleep well at night knowing there are liars out there lying to children?
Demonstrate it. You're lying again, Chemo. Demonstrate the lie.
Like you lied yesterday. Like you lied yesterday.
My children
About what? About what? What did I lie about?
My children are living quite a normal life, and they're quite happy. They don't seem to be affected by anyone lying to them.
Chemo, I think it is a pretty serious situation with guys like you. They're lying to children.
They think that
People
the Earth
you
is a ball.
shouldn't
They
be
think
lying
the
to
Earth is
children.
No, they don't think the Earth's a ball or not. That doesn't come into their mind. They just live their life.
Yeah.
Why did you have to? Why do people have to run around thinking the Earth's a certain
but do they
shape all
believe
the
in
time?
evolution though? Do they believe
Well,
in
it's
evolution?
Spurs, but
They don't
but
have
here's the
those
point,
types
here's
of
the point.
thoughts. Not everyone does that.
What is the
What
benefit?
do they think then, Terry?
Spurs. Wait. Let me ask you a question,
You know?
Spurs. Let me ask you a question. What is the
Their
benefit?
direction, Terry? These are young children. You're supposed to give them a direction of where are they going.
What's the benefit? What's the
brat.
benefit in believing in a flat Earth? What is the benefit of believing in flat Earth? Tell me.
It's not about beliefs. It's about knowing something to be
Well,
true
what is
or
the
not.
benefit of knowing then? You
never
somehow
likes to be
think
lied to.
you believe that you know. Okay, so
Name me
you think
one
you know.
person who likes to be lied to.
That's not a thing. Tell me one benefit of believing in flat Earth. Let's say I decided to believe in flat Earth. What would that
truth
do?
is the benefit, right? Then I can trust you.
Truth
you
is the
trust
benefit.
Me. Yeah, truth. We can get truth.
Okay.
If we know the truth, then everyone can trust each other. Right
Right,
now,
but
we don't trust you. You don't trust the flat earthers.
who's
Nobody trusts
we?
nobody. What?
I do. I trust
Spurs,
plenty of people.
I don't trust you because I made a statement and you purposely distorted that statement with the intent to deceive people in the room.
Right, nobody trusts no one but their team, right? You
So
guys are the same team, you don't
therefore,
trust each
I
other,
don't
and they're
trust
from the
you,
same
Spurs.
team, they trust each other. So depending on what team you're on, is depending on who you trust. Now, we know that the team
No, because again, that's incorrect. Have I not complimented on you when I think you've taken a very moral, positive action? And I've actually specifically come and said, my
What has
goodness,
that got to
that
do
was
with the
something
shape
really
of the
good.
earth,
Thank
though,
you
right?
for doing
You
that,
can still lie about the shape of the earth.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter about what that. You're trying to change the topic, and I want to continue down this point.
No,
so you
because
can't
look-
say that I just trust or accept people based on their particular group or camp. Because
No,
there's
look,
some
it's very
flat earthers
simple,
I get on
isn't it,
very well
right?
with,
If
and
you
I've got
believe
no
in a
problem
ball,
with trusting.
Russ, if you believe in a
FP
ball,
Jedi, for instance, is a good idea.
Look, if you believe in
Sorry,
a ball,
obviously you can't control yourself not to overtalk people. So I'm going to go back on mute, and you can carry on bloviating.
well, the problem is if you believe in a ball, you're likely to believe in the Big Bang and evolution, and therefore
No.
you're likely to believe that when you die, and then you're
No.
likely to believe.
Wrong.
What do you mean?
Wrong.
What do you mean? No. Why am I wrong? Why?
Well, it's wrong because you make that assumption.
Why? Why is that wrong?
99.9. I'll tell you why. 99.9999% of people that do not believe in evolution do not also believe in flat Earth. You understand that, right? You're in such a tiny, tiny minority of people who don't buy the idea of evolution and believe that the Earth is flat. You do understand the absolute slither of a minority that you are in, right?
So what you're saying is that hold on. You're saying that there are people who are religious who believe in evolution.
There are people, yes. I'm talking about the vast majority. Basically, it's everyone pretty much in every church. Perhaps there are 2 or 3 flat earthers in every church. Maybe.
I don't get what you're saying. Hold on. I don't get what you're saying.
It's a very tiny slither of minority.
Christians believe in evolution.
No, what I'm telling you is that your claim that once you believe the Earth is a globe, you also have to believe this and also have to believe that is false. Because first of all, that's incorrect. And second of all, you haven't asked anybody. You've just made that assertion. It is not an assertion you can make because you haven't asked anybody.
I said likely. I said likely, not definitely.
Well, what do you base that likely idea on? Where do you even get that from?
Well,
where do you even get the idea that's likely?
That Dawkins guy says if you it's a God is a delusion, right? Delusion.
Yeah, okay.
Delusion.
All right.
God delusion. Yeah. So you can remove God from the globe, the globular aspects.
It has nothing to do with that. It's nothing to do. You know, how many people do you think? How many people do you think when they saw the moon landing? Oh no, the moon is a physical object we can land on. There must be no God.
Can I share something, please?
Yes.
I give you
Hey,
loud.
Hey, what?
Yeehaw.
They and them, I give you permission. Don't worry about no one else.
All right.
Sorry.
This is Chemo when he has shown evidence.
Gosh, what is that?
No, you didn't get the whole lot of it. I know what that one is.
Well, what is it? Lions. What's going on?
It's not playing the whole thing.
It's not playing properly.
The bugger. I don't even think I've got a copy of that myself hidden away.
It's not fair.
I just want to also mention that the scientific definition of evolution is the change in allele frequency within a population over time, and that is an observed fact.
We're not getting into evolution, please.
I've got to duck out for a second.
Right? We need to cover everything. Everything is a lie. So
can I trust you guys for a few seconds?
No.
Sure, Terry.
I'd like to just say, not even Kent Hovind believes in flat Earth.
I'll give Alan.
You were having your dinner.
Yeah, I'll give Alan the role for a
I
minute.
am, but I just thought I needed to point out that not even Kent Hovind believes in flat Earth.
Yeah, he's a globe earther.
And he thinks evolution is the dumbest theory ever.
Alan, if they don't behave themselves, you can boot them in the ass.
Yeah,
we know that.
I can't promise I will behave myself.
Alan, we know that Ken Hovind.
Ken Ham doesn't believe
we
in a flat
know
Earth.
that. We know that. I love the way you keep saying
Alan.
we know that.
Oh, we went through all this last night, and who's we?
Yeah, we know that. What else do we
what
know?
he's trying to do is he's trying to get a rise and make people emotive, so that he can be all smarmy in the background, which is why he continues trying to include a group. It's also why he will never ever directly answer a question. He's always got to bloviate and gishgallow. And what he then tries to do is then change the definition, meaning, or goalposts, like he did with his two-stick experiment yesterday, where we started off with 2 sticks, and by the end of the conversation, I don't know where we ended up, because it was just so ridiculous. Pretty much every premise and every hypothesis changed.
Yeah, you spoke about Kent Hovind not believing in flat Earth or whatnot.
Somehow it still manages to get back to the Spurs show, doesn't it?
But we know that
they and them fell out.
We know Kent Hovind went to jail, Alan. Okay.
We can the easiest thing is we can take the subsection of people who believe in the Christian God and do not believe in evolution.
So, Alan, when he went to jail,
please, Kimo, you can stop talking over me. The majority of the people who believe in the Christian God and deny evolution do not believe in flat Earth, and that's a fact.
It's
So
90.
Alan,
It's
when he went to
I
jail,
estimated.
You know, they had
I
a word with him,
estimated
and
you back to your points.
he's come
It's
out
like
a
you
different
stop.
guy. He stopped, pushing the.
You can try to overtalk people, but you cannot touch this fact. A majority of Christians that deny flat Earth and go with creationism, they do not believe in the flat Earth theory. And
So
you
we would
cannot
say,
go
Alan,
over that. There is no way.
Kent Hovind.
There is no way you can defend yourself against that.
Obviously,
fact.
telling him. Obviously,
Yeah,
he was
can't.
drawing the evolutionary arguments, and obviously, if he stepped on the flat Earth argument, that would.
Timo, I know you like to waffle on because you like to deny the fact, but you cannot. There is no way you can deny the fact.
He's a bit of a pretty
Well,
big
if everything is a lie, and
no, he's not a
if
big
everything
name.
is a lie, then flat Earth is a lie. Then basically you can't believe anything. So
It's the
there is no
absurdity.
proof to be given.
Honestly, it really is the absurdity of saying everything's a lie, everything's a hoax, everyone is lying except me and this rapper and this guy from Thailand who's a yoga instructor. Oh, and this guy who was an ex video game designer. All those people are telling the truth, but everybody else in the entire world is lying.
Get over it. Work
It's
on
absurd.
It. Get through it. Sleep on it. I mean, this is what's happening.
No, I've been looking at this. I've been looking at this very, 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 very carefully, and I've just come to the conclusion. I don't even know what to do with it now because it's just so. I don't even know. I don't even know.
But we're not doctors. We can't help
the first
get
problem
through this trauma, right? We can tell you
the first problem.
Sound check.
Ali B.
Ali, welcome.
We hear
Hey,
you.
Ali. The first problem is that if you don't know what you're trying to disprove, then you can't disprove it because you don't know what it is.
Nobody knows what it is. What is the globe? Who discovered it? Who made
That's
it?
your question. That's your question. So why don't you figure it out and then come back with some answers?
There is no globe in the first place to discover.
That is your opinion. That is your opinion.
That's
Why don't you go out and do some research and then come back when you actually have something to say?
Look at your
There's
pictures. Water.
roughly 7 billion people that disagree with you, Chemo.
7 billion people have been indoctrinated. What's wrong with you?
Everyone's indoctrinated except you. What? That's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
We were all indoctrinated.
7 billion people.
Then what are you doing out there?
How
do you disprove a hypothesis?
Big Blue, was I not speaking now? Barney, could I just address Big Blue there, please? That'd be okay. Yes? No?
Go for it.
All right, Big Blue. Right, there's a famous guy called Leonardo da Vinci, right?
DiCaprio.
And he said, just because everybody says it's so doesn't necessarily mean it is so. So you can stick your 7 billion people right up your fucking monkey ass. How's that?
Welcome, Ali.
That's
How
lovely.
That was a great crescendo at the end.
Don't know. I just
I
Is
fully
that all you
agree.
got, Ellie?
You know what?
Is that
In
it?
some respects, you're right, but in some respects, you're totally wrong. We can all agree the grass is green. We can all agree the sky is blue. We breathe air. We're human beings. Yeah.
We can see it.
Yeah, and we live on a planet. We can all agree on those things.
Who sees the planet? Who's seen the planet? Who?
Yes,
Well, everyone who's ever been up there.
The argument
Everyone.
for the grass being green is not 7 billion people believe in that. Even though they do. That is not the argument. That is
Just
not.
tell me one person who
Okay.
has seen the planet Earth. Who has seen it?
But seeing
Who's
the grass
seen it?
being green is.
Look
yeah,
out my
exactly.
window, I can see it.
Yeah, you see a flat plane.
Let me
not
see.
planet
Let me see.
Earth.
You'll see a big hill actually, but right
Yes,
by the
and
bank.
I measure an acceleration. An acceleration by definition is the force.
Yeah, all these things can be seen. And to be honest, what happened was, I don't know what that made you sort of go against what you observe as reality. I'm not sure. But we all experience the same planet we're all living on.
You keep saying planet, presupposing. Are you
Yes,
trying to
that's
wind
not
up
presupposing.
Earth?
Stop saying presupposing because it's not presupposed.
So how
The
do you know
Russians
that
put-
it's a planet?
The Russians
have you been around the
Sputnik
entire
up in
board?
1957. Whatever
Yeah,
it
but
was.
have you been around the entire board?
Yes.
Oh, you have. Let's see it then. Let's have a look.
Someone's got a hot
Let's
mic.
see it then.
Well, surely you documented going around the entire board.
Why would I need to document it?
Why wouldn't you document it?
What do you mean, why wouldn't
Someone
I?
else has already had.
Photos out of a plane window. It could be taken anywhere. It's like going to the beach and taking a photo. It could be anywhere.
No, you would start at point A and return to point A, going around the board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plenty of
We've
people
already done it.
done that. Who was that lady journalist that did it in hot air balloon? Remember that?
All right,
Around
get the
the
link.
world.
Let's have a look at the link. Timestamp. Show us.
Ah, where was that?
Show
Who was
us,
that
show us
lady?
now.
Yeah, right now. Show us.
Right now.
Right now.
Right
Go
now.
around the board.
Right this second.
Let's have a
I
look.
demand
Right
this
now.
chat room.
No, sorry, that won't
Don't
work.
you
It will
find
only
it?
it will only be a recording. You need to go around the world live right now.
Yeah, right now. Show me a live 24 feet of the Earth, the board, right now. Not later, not in a minute. Now. Let's see it.
Spurs, I have a counter question to
Himawari
that.
feed. You have
Yeah, you know,
you have
I was just going to say
you have a
no.
24-hour feed of the globe.
Breaker, I think Blue wants to speak. He put his
Breaker.
his left foot or his right foot or his right hand.
Yeah, I just wanted a chance to respond to Allie. I didn't get a chance to say anything, and really, it's just a question. Allie, after that, do you feel better? After what you said to me, do you now feel better? I hope so, little fella.
I think I should have been using.
Actually, well, excuse me, can answer. Sorry, Terry, I know it's your channel and stuff like that, but
Yeah, it's okay. It's only my channel. Yeah, sorry.
Thank you. Yeah,
Well, Terry, you do
it's
very
your
well.
channel. I know it's your channel.
Terry,
I
look at the
did
numbers.
recognize that.
Let me subscribe.
But
I've got
Big
to
Blue,
subscribe, Terry. You're doing
Big Blue, to answer your question, of course I do.
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad.
I should have been using this hand. Why didn't I use this hand thing before?
A dumbass like you, a dumbass
good
like
idea.
you would have to ask that. Someone that was clever would already know I was satisfied.
No, that was very clever, Ali. Yeah, very clever.
Ellie, I think I've more than adequately demonstrated who you are and what you are on many occasions, Allie.
I reckon
you really don't want to play with me. You'll get yourself hurt.
Somebody's snoring.
Right, who's snoring like that?
Wakey, wakey. Unpaid.
Everyone stopped. Wasn't me.
I think I should use this hand.
No,
thing.
Unpaid's got a bad cold, so I don't think he's snoring.
Yeah, he's not
Somebody's
well.
snoring.
Yeah, Unpaid Shields is not well.
Somebody was definitely snoring.
I think I should use
I was going to say, Ali, if you ever,
That's okay.
I was just going to say to Ali, if you ever decide to become a rapper, you should call yourself MC Wee Wayne.
Hey Terry, by the way, what was it you were going to say there?
Well, I've been trying to talk all night, but I keep forgetting what I want to say. What was it this time? Oh yeah, I've got a hand thing here. I think I might start using it. If you don't have the hand up, you get muted. And if you want to talk, you can put your hand up, and then I'll let you talk. If I have to do it structured like that, just so I can have people talking without being interrupted, and I'm trying to talk as well, and because I've got questions I'd like to ask people here that are more knowledgeable than me, I might have to do that. I was nearly trying to get me word in before, but I'm not very assertive sometimes. But I did have an experience the other night on Jose's channel with a certain person, and I think I should get a bit more practice with that type of attitude towards people.
I think that would only work, Terry. I mean, it's a good idea. That let's say, like, when I'm debating somebody,
Exactly,
like,
Chemo.
Like let's say they have a question.
Have you got your hand up? Yes, Druss.
Druss has.
Yes, Druss.
I don't know how you do it. How do you do it?
Easy. I can even put you in the
I was
rubber
going to say
room.
that's an excellent idea, because it would stop all the people too stupid to use this app from being able to ask.
It's not a very good app, though.
Works fine for me.
It works. Okay, of course it would. But anyway, but I used it. Maybe it's just my connection. Actually, it's probably me. It's my connection. It's probably my connection. But it's everybody's kind of robot-y.
Well, the top
But you are
style.
right.
I do have a Big Blue wanting to talk. Well. Is that Big Blue talking now?
Yeah, I wanted to see if Allie would take the time to explain how thermometers work to us. Thermometers and measure temperature of water. Could you explain that to us, Allie?
Oh, yes, certainly I could. Well, what happens, right? I'll tell you how it works. And it doesn't measure the temperature of the water. All it does is measure the temperature of the glass that is getting heated up to a certain temperature, and then it moves. Next question. Got another one?
No, I think that
about gravity. You want to know about quantum physics?
Was there
Coriolis.
was there maybe a chemical reaction going on there?
Well,
Alan?
what's it doing? Tell me.
Between the glass and the mercury.
One hand at a time. Alan was next. Alan wants to speak now.
Actually, I wanted to ask Big Blue, would you like a description of mercury and/or alcohol thermometers, a thermocouple thermometer, or some other type of thermometer?
Yeah, actually, Ali went right to the one I wanted him to go to, which was the mercury one. But yes, all of the other things are quite appropriate as well. But I'm sure Ali's got an explanation for that too. It doesn't really measure temperature.
Right, okay. Can you tell me what temperature is first in Blue, so that at least I know that we're on the same page, that when I talk about temperature, it's the same temperature that I'm talking about as you know temperature to be. Explain to me temperature is first, and then we can move on.
No. You tell me what you think temperature is. You've already told me what you think you're measuring. You tell me what you think it is.
No, well, that's not.
We're not measuring the temperature of the water. We're measuring the temperature of the gas.
That's it. You tell me. You asked me what was happening when you put a thermometer in boiling water. Nothing to do with what temperature was. So you should be able to say to me what temperature is, so that I know when I'm talking about, making a discussion and sort of ripping you a new one or whatever.
You want me to?
I can speak to you with your temperature. I can speak to you because you might say temperatures that way.
We are now. I'm now doing the bulk uploads.
Good Lord, Ali.
Right. Yeah.
I should be able to. I think I should be able to.
Well, people interrupting.
And,
yeah, see, people are interrupting. That's what I'm saying, Big Blue. You can't even get a conversation. That's all your ballers, man.
Yeah.
That's your baller friends. That's the people that are silence you. Like they do Rumpus and Toady and all the other ones, man. See, Ken's doing it now.
Well, I'm going down the list of who puts their hand up to ask anyone questions or start the conversation.
It's an uglier process than just having reused them. Yeah.
Unpaid shills.
Hello. Excuse me a moment. I'd like to ask Ali a question. A question I've asked numerous times in this panel today. Do you have any evidence that is empirically and exclusively indicative of a flat Earth? I'm done. Thank you.
Channel X, are you going to respond to unpaid?
No, I was just going to tell everybody that that I know how cars move, because the front of the car gets hot. That's why the car moves. That's all I have.
Did you
it's demonstrably true.
Did you have another question, Unpaid Shill?
I was just wanting Ali to respond to that if he could. Thank you.
Okay. Ali? Okay.
I guess point made.
Yeah, you get a free question if you want, Shill.
Now go ahead and pass it over to someone else. I've got some more rattling around to do here at home while I listen.
Hello, Fundy. Hello.
Hello. Who's this?
I don't know. Can you read? You Fundy.
What is a Fundy?
The guy the Earth is flat. That's a Fundy.
I don't know. You are the fundy, so you tell me what it is.
Gray or Muncher. Gray or Muncher.
Generally, a fundamental Christian is the common usage of the word funding. I am not a Christian, so I cannot be.
To the person talking, if you don't have anything sensible to say, you just reveal yourself as a shitty troll. So you might try to up your game.
It's a troll because Nathan Oakley's not American, so they're just being an arse.
Yeah.
I don't know how you get in, but
They're gone. They're gone now.
You'll only go by the name, and I thought, no, that can't be the real one.
I think you get their Nathans mixed up. I think it was supposed to be Nathan Thompson or something, and he got his name mixed up.
Couldn't even get that right then.
No. Idiot.
Jill, you got something wrong with your hand?
Nope, sure don't. Got 5 fingers on each hand. Well, 4 fingers, 1 thumb on each hand. But I did want to mention that I saw in chat that Ali B seems to be suddenly again having trouble with his microphone after he was asked a difficult question.
Oh, okay. Technical difficulties. Yeah.
That frequently pop up when he's asked a question that has difficulty with.
Yep.
I don't think Unpaid knows how to take his hand down after he's finished.
No, I can do it for him.
That's why it's stuck up.
It's a toggle, and I saw that earlier. I just thought that Terry would be dropping them as he saw fit, since he's running this show today.
I should have started this from the beginning, but I didn't think we needed it. We're going so well there for a little while. Yeah.
You could have fooled me, Terry.
I can't even get back the... Oh, where is it? I did want to bring up about the... I'll have to bring it up again now, since we were on that subject earlier. Lucky I keep these things laying around. Now I've got 2 lots. Which one is it? I think it's that one. This one here, I can get it to the beginning. Yep, stop, pause. Yeah. You can see that. This footage was taken, as you can read it there, on July 20th, 1969. Men from the planet Earth first set foot on the moon. This is a restored version of the television broadcast as it was received and distributed to the people of the world. The first 3 minutes contained better images that were only seen in Australia and New Zealand. The left audio track has NASA public affairs commentary and communications between Mission Control in Houston and the astronauts at the moon. The right audio track has the Houston flight director's loop. So we can listen to a little bit of this, and I know it goes for 3. What does it go for 3 hours? I'm not watching it for 3 hours.
Okay, everything's nice and straight in here. Okay, can you pull the door open a little more? Right. Okay. Did you get the mate down? I'm going to pull it now. Houston, the Mesa came down, all right. Houston, roger, we copy, and we're standing by for your TEV. Houston, Houston, this is Neil, radio check. Neil, this is Houston, loud and clear. Break, break. Buzz, this is Houston, radio check and verify TV circuit breaker in. Roger, TV circuit breaker's in. And page 5 clear. Roger. And we're getting a picture on the TV. Okay, got a good picture, huh? There's a great deal of contrast in it, and currently it's upside down on our monitor, but we can make out a fair amount of detail.
That was the bit that I remembered about talking about it over the years. That the signal came in upside down for some reason. I don't know why. They haven't never explained that one.
Okay, we can verify the position, the opening I ought to have on the camera. Stand by. Okay, Neil, we can see you coming down the ladder now. Neil, we can see you coming. Okay, I just checked. Getting back up to that first step.
I know, Carl. They didn't even get it, did they?
Too far, but it's adequate to get back up. Roger, we copy. It's a pretty good little jump. Buzz, this is Houston. F2, 1/160th second for shadow photography on the sequence camera. Okay. At the foot of the ladder, the LEM footbeds are only depressed in the surface about 1 or 2 inches, although the surface appears to be very, very fine-grained as you get close to it. It's almost like a powder. Ground mass is very fine. I'm going to step off the limb now. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
And he was supposedly have said that wrong. Is that right? He was supposed to have said it some other way.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was meant to have said, but that's what we remember. What
Nor
he did
do I.
I think he was meant to say, "Hey, flat earthers, you're fucking wrong."
About right, Trust.
Take this one, take this, Dubé.
I think it was followed up with Ali G, stick that up your monkey ass.
Yeah. I think he actually did say flat my ass, but they cut it out.
Oh, okay.
Flat
You know,
my
even
ass.
even today, so many years later, it still gives me the chills.
Surface is fine and powdery. I can pick it up loosely with my toe. It does adhere in fine layers, like powdered charcoal, to the sole and sides of my boot. I only go
Hey, you
in
noticed
small fraction of an inch, maybe an eighth of an inch, but I can see the footprints of my boots and the treads in the fine sandy particles. Yeah, this is Houston, we're copying.
You notice he hadn't let go for ages when he first stepped on there.
That's
Yeah, I'd be terrified too.
That's because they had to attach the wires in the studio properly.
Oh, right. A lot of people don't understand about test pilots. When they're actually measured their heartbeats, they've been doing high speed maneuvers, everything. They reckon the heartbeat was still as if they were standing on the ground.
I had a motorcycle accident about 6 years ago. I got clipped by a car. It just really took me out. And the ambulance guy arrives and he takes my blood pressure and my heart rate. And he said, "Are you sure you've been in an accident?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, and I said, "Why?" And he said, "Well, your heart rate's 60 and your blood pressure's 120/80. We don't expect this when someone's got trauma." I said, "Well, it's only a bit of my knee. It's only a bit of my knee sticking out, nothing serious." But...
Yeah.
Oh, ouch.
He'll be right.
Yeah. I'll pick the stones out. It's all right.
Here's a Band-Aid. That'll fix you.
Yeah.
You'll be all right.
Actually, I have to say the best sentence I've managed to say to a really senior person in a large company this week who'd really fucked up their security with IT was, effectively what you've been doing is putting plasters on a gangrenous leg and now the victim's going to die.
Yeah. I was on the anniversary of the moon landing. I was at a party this year, and we basically played this from beginning to end, the whole 3 hours during the party. And we stopped at key moments like the moon landing. Got goosebumps. That was epic.
It is amazing.
We all cheered. It's great.
I was alive then.
Me too. Yeah, I saw it live.
Yeah, me too.
I wasn't old enough to see it live. I was.
You were alive.
I was in
You don't sound old enough to be alive.
I was in primary school in the day, and we had to all go out across the road to a person's house that had the only person had a TV in the area.
I'm actually going to make a complaint now about this, Rinto. I come onto the internet to meet and talk to the young people.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Dross.
Sorry, Dross.
I'm feeling very, very, very young in this room, and this is not something I feel comfortable with.
I was 6, and it was 11 o'clock at night, so I wasn't allowed to stay up and watch it.
Yeah, I'm not a priest, so you're safe.
And the headmaster had a TV, and so we all piled into his living room. There was, I don't know how many of us in there. We watched it live on his television.
Where were you? Because it was 11 o'clock at night in the UK. So no, it was quite late at night in the UK.
Yeah, it was daytime here.
Later than that.
Probably even later than that, yeah.
This happened at, close to the middle of the night in the U.S.
Mm.
That would have been morning in the UK.
Yeah.
Early morning then.
I
do remember saying my mum and dad missed it because they fell asleep just as he was stepping out.
Oh.
I lived in the
someone said,
days.
where did I see that? I forgot where it was, but someone said, I'm a worker at the at this daycare, and driving to work, one of the parents cut him off and almost crashed into him. So that day, I taught his kid to ride a bicycle. Something you can't never take from it. That was very mean. I thought it was funny as heck, though.
So I'm guessing I was on the bus when I was talking, which is why I didn't say very much, because I didn't know how good my audio was, and I didn't want to make the people on the bus suffer as well. But yeah, I'm a bit surprised that Ali dropped, Merle dropped.
Spurs dropped.
Well,
yeah,
I expected. Spurs tends to drop when I come into a room nowadays, though he didn't yesterday.
He didn't like the hands up situation. That's what it was.
It's the attention.
Then was putting his paw up.
I really think it's just the attention, and they want to get a rise. They want people to react. They want people to talk about them and say Spurs, Spurs, Spurs.
Yeah, that's why he's using the we.
Yes, we know that.
He says that all the time.
Well, we know that.
Yeah. It's just attention seeking.
Well, if he comes on here, if they come on here again, I'll keep the hand thing going then.
Oh, cool.
That's maybe a rule.
That's his whole thing is to come on and argue about stuff. He's been at it for 6 years and he can't even define gravity. He's not here to learn. He's just here to have an argument.
I mean,
Well,
And the
Allie
thing
B
I
had
find
no
quite funny, sorry.
Allie B
Go on,
had no
Blue.
point. All
To
he
go.
wanted to do was just try to trigger me. That's all he wanted to do. So
Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
was trying to do.
Blue, could
I'm not going to give him the
I wanted
satisfaction.
I wanted to
He was
suggest
very
a project
reasonable.
for you.
So what?
I wanted to suggest a project to Blue because I think that his description of the experiment and where that experiment ended up is comedy gold. I actually think it's one of the funniest things Spurs has ever done online, and he's very rarely ever funny. But it just shows the evolution. Oh, I like using that word now. It's the evolution of his argument.
I won't do a.
In fact, how about Spurs demonstrating scientific evolution as a title?
I'm going to do a. I'm going to do a. What do they call it? A satire version of the egg experiment. I'm going to be a mad scientist in the real.
Nice. That'll be excellent.
Do it for Halloween. Do it for Halloween.
I shall do it for you guys, and I'll post you a link.
Well, of course, the argument I'm now going to do with Anthony, because I was desperate to get out, and Barney brought it out when he was having that discussion yesterday. And the next time I talk to Anthony, I'm going to say, how did you actually eliminate the Earth's electromagnetic force as you increase the conductive qualities of the solution with the egg in it?
Don't confuse him.
Well, it could be an electromagnetic, process making that egg go up. Are you sure it's just the density? How have you eliminated that? I'm interested in how you've taken that variable out, because really on Earth you can't take that variable out because you're inside the Earth's magnetic field. It's a bit of a gravity problem for you, isn't it?
Yeah. He took gravity out of the equation by using salt.
Gracious me.
But now I'm demonstrating the fact that it's a specious argument, because there are many things that are universally present,
Yeah.
And it's the same way as I think anytime they go down this route, we should then ask them to define the cause of any of the fundamental laws of nature.
But the key thing is when you start saying even simple things, what makes the sun shine, how far is the moon, they don't have any answers. They never have any answers.
No. What's the cause of what's the cause of electromagnetism?
Well, I explained to them that you can't see electricity, but that's your device is working, but they can't see it. They just dismiss it. They won't answer it because they can't. They can't see it.
You got your hand up.
Get your hand up.
Sorry.
I thought as all the children had gone to bed, we could act like big boys.
Oh, okay.
Yes, no, well,
It's even perhaps easier than the simulations of one thing.
You can talk. I'll just turn the volume down a little bit on the video.
They do on the footage. They do talk about in the multiple times they mentioned the simulation. In the simulation, this happened, and they rehearsed this absolutely just over and over and over and over and over.
But it's like most things, they want to generate the muscle memory, so it becomes intuitive rather than considered. Because most of the time, when you make mistakes, it's because you're trying to overthink an issue.
Muscle memory.
Yeah. I've got goosebumps now, because one of the things we were talking about at the party was the fact that when Collins was orbiting the moon, above Buzz and Woody, Buzz and Neil. Sorry.
Woody.
Sorry, I slipped.
I want to hear Mr. Wheezy in a spacesuit now.
You like that? Was that good? Anyway, so as Collins was orbiting the moon, if they had a problem with the LEM, there was no way for him to rescue them. They were on their own. There was no chance of them being rescued if something went wrong. During the moonwalks, if during the moonwalk, there was no way for them to rescue each other. If one of them fell down and couldn't get back up again, they couldn't manhandle the other one back into the LEM with the equipment they had. It was just absolutely insane, the level of risk that they took.
That is.
I've got the annoying fact that I've got a puncture in my rear tyre, which is a fairly new one, and the plug didn't take. So I thought I could wait around at work for 3 hours for people to come and pick it up and take it to the repair shop, or I'll go home and I'll do it in the morning, and I'll ring in the morning and say, "I've got a punch on the way into work. Tried to patch it, hasn't worked. Come pick it up. Need a new tyre."
Yeah.
Don't there, but you're going to keep putting your hand up. You have to spit it out what you want to say.
No, I just want to say thanks for doing the after show, Alan. And it really is a waste of time speaking to people like Spurs until he actually brings something to the table. Yes, Alan?
You need to thank Terry, not me today, because it's Terry's after show.
Oh, sorry, I thought I said Terry. But I do have a suggestion for Big Blue that I would like him to take into consideration.
What you got?
A new YouTube series doing ASMR science explanations for dummies.
Nice.
Nice.
I was actually, I have to say, them, I was waiting for you to say, I want you to take this into consideration, my balls. But you didn't. I thought that was good.
Has anybody seen the portrait that was taken of all of the astronauts who landed on the moon? There's about, I think, 9 or 10 of them, including Buzz. And every one of them is wearing tuxedos, basically. Buzz is wearing this clown costume, basically.
Yeah.
He's got a bow tie. He's got this pink dicky bow, and then he's got mismatched rainbow socks. It's brilliant. He just sticks out like a sore thumb. Absolutely.
I didn't notice you joining Toady.
Oh,
so he's already called Toady today. Q called him Toady.
Yeah, Q called me Toady, and I was like, please don't do that. I could do my Scottish accent.
I've had a really
like
shit day.
Just need a laugh.
You could try.
I can try the Scottish. It's like silk.
That's why Buzz tends to be my favorite astronaut. He was a shit disturber down to the core.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yes,
really
but
nice. What do you mean, Buzz?
You may be able to speak like a Scot, but can you run after the sheep like them?
Oh,
right.
The haggis. Run after the haggis.
That's better.
I think that was an unfair comment towards my fellow Scotsman. And I'll say, just because you blow the fuckers up so you don't have to run, don't come running to me.
Oh, gracious. No, I'm. My family's Macintosh. I'm part Macintosh.
All right.
Yeah.
So are mine, actually. My grandmother's side.
There you go.
I don't want to say.
Was that before or after the merger with Apple?
Folks, I'm going to say good night, and I'll speak to you all again soon.
Okay, Dane. Thanks for dropping in, Dane.
Thanks, Terry. Thanks, folks. Bye.
Bye.
My family's from the ancient kingdom of Sea.
The ancient kingdom of whom?
Sea.
I can't hear with that.
Oh, sorry. The Sea.
No.
Feed?
C.
Steve?
C-E accent.
Steve? Who's Steve?
I'm not getting it still. Someone's
got a lot of talking in the background.
Someone's got the EastEnders on in the background.
Yeah, it's nice. Probably a bit too much though.
EastEnders is on.
Yes.
I will do. Just going to go on for a live discussion for a little while. It's not a debate, it's just a discussion.
The Kingdom of Steve.
No, that's right.
It's Casual Spaceman.
Well, turn it down.
I'm trying to listen to the. I'm trying to listen to the moon landing over here.
It's Casual Spaceman. We can hear everything.
I didn't know we had
a bunch of retards.
Right, Russ. Spell that name again.
Charlie Echo.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Sure.
What does Charlie Echo?
That's the name. That's the part of Scotland I come from, which is the old name. It's like Aberdeenshire. It's up near Aberdeen.
All right. Okay.
So it's that whole kind of northeast corner.
I haven't been up that way.
I'm on my headphones. My son just said, "You just said ch for no reason." What is ch?
Gesundheit. Gesundheit.
Who directed Thor Ragnarok?
Don't know.
It was Taika Waititi. And when someone says that, you got to say "bless you."
All right.
Taika Waititi. He was
Taika Waititi.
My name's
I thought it was
Taika Waititi. What did he play in the film? Korg. Hello, my name's Korg, and he's my friend Meek.
Hello,
I'm made of rock.
And this is my friend.
My friend Meek.
My friend B.
Meek. I'm made of rock.
Yeah, I could do Korg as a South African. I couldn't do Korg as a Kiwi.
No, yeah, Korg is South African. South African. No,
no, Korg is a Kiwi.
A Kiwi?
Yes.
I thought he was South African.
No, that was a Kiwi accent. He was. I could say I could do Korg as a Kiwi, as a South African. I can do a good South African accent, but I can't do Korg as a Kiwi. I can't do the Kiwi accent.
No, I could do South African.
South African it's really easy, you know.
I mean, don't take the Mickey out of South Africans, right?
I cannot do that at all. All Australians.
Right.
Well, I never made a nice South African.
But he's blick.
Blick.
You know they're actually restarting.
Evening.
Really?
Oh no! Are they
Yeah,
really?
they're doing a new series of it.
Oh, great!
Comedy gold for Trump.
I was going to say.
How is everybody?
The best thing was them doing Lady Thatcher dressed. That's brilliant. But no, I know I've got the I've got on my playlist. I've got the South African.
Never met a nice South African, and that's not.
Bye, Sean Hawkins.
Bye, Sean.
Because we're a bunch of lazy.
You can't get a bloody word in edgeways in this thing, can you?
Oh, you got to put your hand up.
Put your hand up.
Stick your hand up.
Put your hand
Or just shout.
I'm shouting. Did somebody mention something about Apollo 11?
Yeah, we were playing the moon landing. Running in the background.
Oh, I'm all over that stuff. I'm all over that.
Hello,
Alan.
Hello. It sounds like you're in the back toilet.
Does it?
All over that like a hobo on a ham sandwich.
Yeah.
Don't you find it funny they called it Apollo and not Artemis?
What?
No.
Well, Artemis is supposed to be the twin of Apollo. That's why they mentioned. That's why they called it Project Artemis. That's the only reason.
It's very clever. I like it.
Because obviously Apollo was the god of the sun, unless you look at Helios, who was also the Greek god of the sun.
Yeah, I think isn't Artemis the Apollo of hunting or something like that as well?
Yeah, I think so.
She's the goddess.
But the twin of Apollo.
Got an interesting fact about this Apollo. Well, not so much Apollo, about debunking the moon. Anyone heard of NVIDIA?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, I've heard that.
They make the graphics cards, right?
Yeah.
And they actually done, because they are moaning about the reflection on the back of the ladder.
Sniff.
They actually done a complete studio of it and replicated it all just to prove that it actually did happen and how it could reflect it.
But the thing is, I mean, Alan backed me up on this. I mean, it was brilliant what they actually did. Don't get me wrong, absolutely fantastic. But the thing is, they didn't need to. I mean, Alan knows all about sort of cameras and photography and all the rest of it as well. He's just had a basic knowledge of how cameras actually work. You know, that wasn't really necessary.
No, but they done it anyways. So
yeah.
I have just one word for you: CGI.
Which was quite funny because they actually use CGI to debunk CGI.
Correction: CGI is not a word; it's an acronym.
Yes, it's an acronym. It's like NASA's not a word; it's an acronym. Doesn't mean anything.
Hey, you're not allowed to say the N word here.
Well, if you want to be pedantic, CGI is an initialism And
Right.
NASA is an acronym.
Acronyms
NASA
have to
is
be
an acronym.
pronounced.
CGI is
NASA
initialism.
is a word, but CGI is not.
Well, just CGI just stands for computer generated images. That's all.
Initialization, because it's the National Aeronautic and Space Administration.
No, it's not.
Acronyms have to be able to be
It's the
pronounced.
North American
Yeah.
Specialized Aerosol Corporation.
No, it's Hebrew for fraud.
I thought it was a North American shill organisation.
Yeah, the shill. It's got to be the shill.
So,
well, no, I've got this idea. I want to create this website that's going to like fuck over chemtrailers for a while. And I want to call it North American Specialized Aerosols and see how long it took someone to work out the acronym for NASA.
They're scared. They're scared. You see.
Whoa, look at the difference in exposure as he walks out into the sun.
Oh,
Yeah.
mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fake
Pitch black. Right.
studio lights.
From
Studio
basically nothing
FP1.
but a shadow. Oh, a little bit of detail. Now he's right in the deepest shadow.
Well, if you look at the
Amazing.
shadow underneath, right at the furthest point of it, look how different that is, right? And they'll say, oh, no, it's different light sources, but they don't understand that shadows can actually transmit on a different angle from the actual light source.
Yeah, depending on the topography.
Depends on what. It depends on what the shadow is falling on, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
sure-
It's the topography of the ground.
I'm sure most of you have heard of him by now, but have you heard of S.G. Collins?
No.
S.G. Collins. He was a filmmaker. I'm getting massive feedback here from somebody.
That's you.
It's you.
Yourself.
You.
I can't. I've got headphones on, so and I've got everything else muted.
Well, we're quite.
No, it's definitely you.
Yeah, we're going quite all right to UK.
It's all your
know,
fault.
Everyone say everything twice.
Honestly, I've got everything muted.
I'm Vincent twice. Vincent
Muted,
twice.
muted.
It sounds like you got your head down. It sounds like you got your head down the toilet.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds like you're in a.
The microphone's been working fine all day.
Have you got this on and YouTube running?
I've got it muted.
Are you on a phone or a computer?
He's on a computer. Everybody else mute.
No, it's a computer.
I'm muting.
Muting.
Muting. Oh, I can't mute.
Right, I've just shut down YouTube altogether. Still getting it. Has somebody got speakers on? It's stopped now. It's stopped now. Somebody's just muted it. No, it's not. No way.
It's the echo.
I'm getting a 1 second delay every time I speak. I get mine back 1 second later. It's not echo in the house. For sure.
So I've gone off mute. Test again.
It's stopped now. It's still stopped.
Everyone else come off mute.
Yeah, I still hear the
Try
echo.
again.
I still hear the echo.
Off.
This is such fun.
I think it's better now.
No, you're still
Yeah,
the same.
Well, so whatever, but somebody did it.
Delhi yourself.
No, it's back again.
Do it one at a time.
I think it's a parrot, I think.
I haven't got anything on.
Hello.
No, because that's nice.
Wait,
Are you on speakers or headphones?
Phrasing.
Headphones.
Sorry, that was too easy. I apologise. That was far too easy.
As soon as it came out of my mouth, I went, oh shit.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going on mute, so it's
Phrasing.
not me.
When you joined with the computer, did you join with computer audio or did you join with sound system audio?
Computer audio.
Okay. Can't be it.
Why is that funny?
I didn't laugh.
Because you did it twice.
Okay, this is what a chat should be. This is what it should be.
Well, it's supposed to be. That's how I've been going for the last how many months now, Alan?
Oh, I don't know. Lots.
These guys will have to drop in. These guys will have to drop in a bit more often on my streams.
Well, I've subscribed. I think.
Anyway, I can't do this. It keeps coming back on me.
Let's speak now.
If you didn't subscribe, I'm booting you.
What?
What? Who said that?
Who is that?
I don't know. Somebody.
Who's got the television on?
I haven't.
I haven't. I've only got the. I've only got the. I've only just got this TV show movie I'm watching.
No, it's probably that then.
Yeah, there's a guy just jumping up and down, and he's got a big backpack on.
Oh, this is a woman's. Definitely a woman's voice.
It's a silent movie.
What?
Who's watching telly on this?
Not guilty.
I'm watching this guy with a big backpack on with a helmet, trying to jump up on a ladder.
Yeah, with the fake lights and things. Yeah.
Oh, I see a shadow. Somebody's moving.
That's
There's
Woody.
two people. There's aliens on the moon. Were they the first sightings of aliens on the moon?
No, that's someone bringing a pizza to them.
Well,
as we
if
all
you think
know.
about it, they are aliens on the moon because they're not from the moon. Therefore,
That's
they
right.
are aliens.
Exactly. Exactly.
They are the original aliens.
So they could just, they just point at each other and say, "Hey, alien."
As we all know, it was the first man to land on the moon was Lance Armstrong.
Armstrong.
Or his brother. No, his brother. It was his brother.
Lance. How is Lance doing these days, then?
I don't know. Drugs.
I want to say, Mad, it is actually you that's given the background.
Oh, I can't eat more stuff.
I'll leave it then.
I've eaten most of it.
Yeah. Those enjoyed Debbie's fisherman's pie.
Terry,
And
you
was there
might,
stuff
you
in
might
it?
want to just mute him
I
for a
don't know, but
second while he's having his conversation.
Who's this man?
La 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 la.
Burning his lungs?
Yeah.
How can he be burning his lungs when he's eating something?
Who are we talking about? Who's talking?
Mad.
Oh, he's smoking it.
No, he's.
I thought you said you put it in the pie.
That's what I thought. That's what he said that Debbie was going to do.
It's not me. I was on mute.
So he's definitely. Did he say he was smoking it?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go then. Of course it would be.
It's Druff.
Not used
Not
to. It
you,
will feel a
Sanders.
bit like
No, Druff is muted.
Right, I'll go and get some
Who's
tobacco and some
sniffing?
papers then.
It's Coronation Street
We'll
is
have a
what's
go.
playing.
Oh, I figured it out. It's Channel X.
No, it's not.
We need some papers in it.
It's Terry.
No,
Small packet of.
it is Terry.
Alan, is it you? Are you watching Coronation Street?
No, it's
I
Terry.
don't even have a TV. We don't have TV in this household.
Right,
I
who's left?
I haven't got a
I
television.
refuse to pay a TV license.
See, they're
Right, bloody
both
right.
from East Anglia, and that technology.
It can't be me. I'm not playing anything except for this moon landing thing.
And I don't have the telly on in here.
Oh no, we could just hear you talking to your family.
Sean Smith says it's the aliens.
But it doesn't definitely me because I haven't got a television.
If I pressed a button, no.
It's-
And there's no one
Like
else
techno-
in my house.
The technology hasn't reached East Anglia.
No, you're right.
Let's just cut to the chase, everybody. It's me.
Oh,
You can all blame me if you'd like.
Yeah,
It's all
okay.
you.
yeah,
You're
you're
Blame
fault.
Canada.
On online meeting thing they were doing it, but every time I talked, I was hearing my voice back. And it's just
That's
No, you get the feet going around.
casual space.
And this girl here says, "It's not me, but it bloody was her." Because then when she fucking unmuted herself, it started again. But she was laughing.
Thank
She said,
you
"Oh,
very
Jesus."
Is he fucking talking about me? Hi.
Who is
And
that?
then it would be talking all at the same time.
Casual spaceman. I don't even
Terry?
see in the list.
Yeah, I'm trying
Terry,
to work it.
you've got
Terry, he's a nice
you've
guy,
got
but he can't control this freaking.
Oh,
Ooh.
oh, leave it on. Leave it on. I want to hear this. Cheeky bugger.
that was it was Mad, wasn't it? Yeah. sorry for Channel X, because I thought it was you going up and down.
It's not me.
It's
I haven't
Casual Spaceman.
No, Casual Spaceman.
I have not.
Still here anymore.
No, but we can
I'm in a
still
quiet
hear him.
room. Sounds like he's in his attic.
I'm doing my jumper. You see my jumper?
Why isn't he listed as being here? How's he here but not here?
He's in my attic. He's not in his attic. He's in my attic.
Well,
Ali, I do know P. Mars, and I'd rather not listen to him or see him. Thank you.
Yeah.
He's got a damn cheek.
Well, he's not listed as being here, so I can't mute him if he's
No.
not here.
Well, I hope he's recording on YouTube because I play it back to him.
That's weird.
You can't control your meeting.
Who actually is it?
Someone not on the list.
He's not on the list, but we can still hear him for some reason.
That's weird.
What's the betting that he joined with his phone, then joined with his computer, and he's left his phone on?
Yeah, he's his phone
That's
on.
possible.
Could be.
But he's not showing us in the meeting at all now, though, is he?
Yeah, he's not showing us in the meeting.
That just could be a glitch.
Now I know what people say behind our backs, eh?
Yeah. It's aliens.
Anyone else tired of that tip?
Yeah.
Fucking bastard.
You get swearing, it's adorable.
I like Oz being blamed, and I haven't even got a television.
Terry, you've left Blue Marble Science unspanned.
Oh no, I can't do that.
Naked Blue.
Sorry, Blue.
Oh,
Do you see that Sean Hufford's live just now? No resurrections this time. Got to be about Rozovsky, do you think? Did you see the stream he had put up?
Yeah, Sean Hufford is live.
Yeah, 15 minutes ago.
Allie, you don't know what temperature is. You know you don't know what it is. You've had plenty of time. Go Google it.
Oh, you guys, I've closed the YouTube chat. Is that on Jose's?
No,
it's still coming up on the YouTube.
It's coming on my YouTube. He just said, I know what temperature is, and obviously you did not, and that is why you asked me to clarify what it means to make clear by the way.
What's that mean? I don't. Is that English?
Well, he's got to clarify twice. Asked me to
Asked me to clarify.
Clarify
means to make
Twice,
clear
no
by
space,
the-
comma, no space.
No space.
No
Lowercase.
comma, no space, clarify. Yeah.
Yes, comma.
You know what? He's typing. He's typing with his face.
That him again.
Actually, it's an interesting question. What is temperature? And I'm sort of sitting here thinking, well, you know, I suppose the most basic explanation I could think of is how fast atoms are moving.
That's actually a pretty good way of looking at it. It's really just the amount of heat that's in a substance.
Yeah, sort of like the inertia of the.
Yeah.
I thought it was the average kinetic, an averaging of the kinetic energy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that works.
I'd agree with that.
I thought heat was just not cold.
It's the absence. It's the absence of cold.
The absence of cold, right?
And that's why the Queen is still the head of their nation.
Got it now, Allie? The amount of heat in a substance. Let's see if you can type it.
Yeah. That guy on the hot mic blaming his mom, talking to his mum, blaming us guys. Or his echo. It's the best part.
Yeah, 11 quid for patch.
Sure.
There it is.
11 quid. Yeah.
There's again.
It's on Virginia.
Huh?
It's on Virginia.
Coronation.
No,
Coronation
what
Street
it is.
again.
It's him.
Oh, where's that gas lighter thing?
It should be under the fireplace.
They better not say anything that's controversial or
No, we can't even
because
mute
I can't mute them.
It's such compelling dialogue.
I'll do it here. It's going to be easy.
Hang your phone up.
Terry, what happens if you try the mute all button?
Okay, we'll mute all.
Can you mute those astronauts?
Right, let's see if I can remember how to roll a fucking joint.
I don't know why it's knocking up. There, everyone's muted.
We've done it such a long
That's
time.
not helping.
I was doing it at Debbie's that night, you were with me, and it didn't go very well.
This is not working too good.
But the only mic that's active is when oh no, it's not. It's your mic's gone silent and we can still hear him. This is really.
Oh, there's papers inside this.
Can you hear us, Casual Spaceman?
Definitely casual.
He's eating sweeties or something now.
Don't roll a biff on live YouTube.
Oh, this is hilarious.
Has anyone got him in Discord or something? Please let him know.
I'll try sending him a Discord.
Yeah, he's Casual's on my Discord, isn't he?
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to him.
Send
Call
him
me bad things.
Wait till he says something. Wait till he says something, and then text a message to him and say something about what he said.
Whatever you do, keep the stream going.
You bastard.
Whatever
Say
you do,
Terry's sorry he can't keep control of his meeting.
keep the stream going. Please.
Oh, actually, that's a really good comment. That said, Terry just can't keep control of his meeting.
Casual, can you hear me? No. Casual, you need to.
That's Buzz.
Casual, you are feeding stuff back into the.
He's actually over on Discord.
Yes, that's where he is.
Ah.
That's what the problem is.
And Terry, you are here in Discord.
That's what it is.
Oh, sorry, am I still on this? Sorry.
You're in Discord, yeah.
Yeah, we heard it all. We heard everything.
By the
Terry, you
fireplace.
really should deafen yours.
Yeah,
There.
and Terry tries
There.
hard to keep control of his meetings.
I thought I was deafened over there.
That was fun. That was worth it.
But we
How for you? I get called names. I'm quite miffed.
Yes, so it's Terry's fault.
No, Terry's fault.
Let's face it, Pipe Parrot, 'cause at least someone's got to get your name right. You are bloody annoying.
No thanks.
That's okay.
Love you too.
But you know, I'm teasing. Everybody can be annoying at times. Even me, I believe.
No.
No.
Never.
If you want to annoy Pip, just explain something to her very slowly and very carefully. Careful not to miss any detail. It needs to last at least 2 hours, presumably with graphics, though without graphics can work if you're
Not you know, it wasn't you that we were getting buggered off about.
Oh, well, it was the evening before when I was talking to George.
That evening. Yeah. Not you specifically. No, not you. The other two.
You don't need to spare my feelings. I know I
No,
can
I'm not
bring-
sparing your feelings. It was George.
I have to say, Barney, I'm trying to actually remember occasion you even remotely frustrated me, annoyed me, or caused me any form of angst whatsoever, and I can't actually think of one.
That's high praise. Thank you. I do try to make it so, but
You see, you manage being nice rather than Toady, who really tries to be nice, but you know he just actually wants to stick pencils in people's eyes.
Stand on the ladder facing forward. The minus Y strut is the landing gear to your left.
I'm not standing on a ladder. You're lying.
I love the way Tony goes. You can tell when he's getting frustrated because he goes into his management speak voice. And I've been in so many meetings like that.
I'd hate to say it, but I think the sun's trying to come up here.
Oh my goodness.
Happens every day.
What time is it here?
8:30.
What coincidence.
8:30.
Well, I'll keep it going for the next another 9 minutes and 50 seconds.
That's very exact.
I've never heard of this sun thing.
Oh dear.
Neil, this is Houston. The field of view is okay. We'd like
Yeah,
to add a little bit
I
more
think
to
Spurs is, to be frank, a waste of time. I really do.
Yeah.
You know, at least people like sort of Travis and, you know, some of the guys on Discord I speak to, they're really, you know, they try to be reasonable people and they actually listen to what you say. And things that Spurs does is he expects to be heard, but he refuses to hear anybody else.
Yeah, it's literally the reciprocity. Right? I find Aaron just as I don't know, as dishonest or biased as Chemo, but at least he will let you say your piece if you approach him politely.
Yeah.
Who's Aaron? Lost.
Just another flat earther.
Okay. Just didn't recognize the name.
Arran.
Aaron.
No, don't recognize the name at all.
He's been around Jose's and Sean G's.
Okay. No.
Yeah, he'll take you on a tangent after tangent after tangent.
Or one of those.
I love following tangents. As long as we stay on that tangent, right? Until another tangent comes along. I can't carry multiple conversations at the same time.
No.
Fucking dog. He's like really, really pissed that I'm waiting for a cab.
Your dog. Sorry.
No, neighbors.
Okay.
I want to know how you know someone's fucking it.
And I'm annoying.
I just have a puerile sense of humour.
You know those Costa coffee machines you get in supermarkets and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I have observed them.
Yeah, they've been giving away free coffee today.
Oh, good.
I had 5 cups in 2.5 hours.
I was going to say, you're hyper now.
Because they've got one in the garage just around the corner from where I live, and they've been going out and getting them for me.
I do like a Costa coffee, I must admit.
So what you're saying is if we mount you in a gimbal mount, you'll precess to true north.
Most definitely.
What you haven't realized is they just installed a pay toilet.
Yeah, they get their money back somehow.
No, it's great because I'm sitting here at my desk and my daughter keeps bringing them into me.
Where's she getting them from?
The garage around the corner.
Oh yeah.
They got Costa. They got one of these Costa machines in there. It's great.
It's not cold by the time you get it.
Well,
she driving down there to get it.
Well, Nathan drove down there to get them. Yeah. Yeah, making sure he took them on down because it's got more cup holders.
It fills up the car with cups of coffee.
Yeah.
You should have taken coffee.
He brought me 2 cups home. He brought Tony next door a cup home. Brought himself a cup home. And Rosie
I'm
cooked me a
wearing
very
my
nice.
I'm wearing my cup, but I don't think
ribeye.
you'd want to drink out of it.
Yeah, and the ribeye steak and chips that Rosie cooked for me was very nice indeed too.
Oh.
With peppercorn sauce.
I'm having pork chops and beans.
Had pork chops on Sunday night.
Right, that's it. I'm going to have to go into my freezer and get some steaks out.
I'm making a lightly seasoned habanero sauce for them.
You made me do it.
Now we're going to have a cooking channel now. You'll have to video it.
1 hour, 7 minutes time expended.
I don't mind that. Do I get the chicken out as well? Oh, pork chops and sausages. Oh my God.
Sounds like he's going to be having a mixed grill.
I ain't got the eggs.
You grill eggs?
Yeah.
I know we're British, but that's a bit ridiculous. Come on.
You have to ask Riley how to use an egg.
Terry, I was thinking about your little experiment that you could do for Riley, and you could fill up a glass full of nothing but salt, and then put the egg on, and then add a little bit of water, and say, "Well, why didn't it change?"
I'll note that for my
Or get a tall glass, put an egg at the bottom of it, then fill it up the rest of the way with salt, and then get it on a vibrating table, and then just put one dropper of water on it, and then turn on that vibrating table and watch that egg come popping up to the top.
If you did that on a low frame rate, you might not actually catch the vibration. I think it's more of an Alan question.
I'll stop that video for now.
Cool. I'm going to go and do something productive and let you meet your target of 9 minutes and 50 seconds.
Oh, we've got 3 minutes left anyway, so.
Oh.
That'll be long enough for people to say their goodbyes and any last parting words.
As I started, I'll finish. Yeah, thanks for hosting. It's been fun. I quite like Zoom. I don't know why it has a problem with it. I use it. I've used it for Hangouts. I've used it at work. It works really, really well. You just need a reasonable amount of bandwidth.
Yeah, I usually have my Hangouts Wednesday nights and Saturday nights, my time, 9 till 12. That's usually before Jose's show at my 12 o'clock.
Yeah, no, I'm normally working then. That's the problem.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Time zones suck.
I know.
They don't affect me. I don't work.
Yeah, same here. Nice. I was going to say it's nice, but it's not really.
No.
I work. I just don't work very well anymore.
Because I have to say, I think I would much rather be going out to work every day.
Yeah, I need to challenge my head.
Yeah, I would, but I'm not allowed to. Long story.
Time zones don't affect.
Well, I don't think you're going to get it in the next minute and a half. You have to leave it to the next show.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go get a job, though, just so I can figure out what kind of work I've been out of.
Yeah, but the problem is once you get to an age like what I am as well, your mind's willing, but your body's not.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm going to
want
put
something.
appearance in. Oh, I was going to say I was going to put appearance into the, or is it the Men in Black, so they can give me this paycheck I'm supposed to be being paid to lie.
Your shield check.
Yeah, my shield check. That'd be quite big. Well, no, actually, it won't be very big, so I don't lie to anyone. Bugger.
I get my
Anyways,
shield checks.
Terry.
Over here, we call them Social Security checks, but yeah, same thing.
Yeah, also, technically, we work for the government. We get paid by the government.
That's for all shields.
Wait, you work for the government? I work directly for the Illuminati.
Oh, you're a higher state.
Yeah, you get more money than us then.
Fucking sell out.
I used to work for the Illuminati myself, Barney. They got so frustrated they closed the office.
That's kind of understandable.
Mm-hmm.
I work for Flat Earth. I'm just terrible at my job.
So if Barney works for the Illuminati, he's the one that lights the moon up. Now we know.
Ah, now we know.
Yeah, he's giving it away.
Wait, I thought his job was changing the moon's light bulb.
How is that when we get the shadows, is it? When the moon's out.
Mm-hmm.
How do
I'm
they
still
hide
waiting
that
for-
huge spotlight? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. It's hidden behind a car. A very big car. Or is it the flat earth car? I don't know.
It's gone over the car? What?
The light. What shines up the moon?
Well, that was special.
Yeah.
I'm talking like a flat earther, sorry. I got lost there a minute then.
Okay, on that note, then I'm going to end my stream. This was in one word I could say was interesting. Thank you.
I mean, I'm just entering the office and will finally be able to speak normally.
Why, you haven't been able to speak normally before?
That's when you decide to end.
You haven't been able to speak normally in the past?
No, while this hangout has been going on, I took my kids to Taekwondo classes, took them home, gave them a bath, made them dinner, served them dinner, put them to sleep.
Sent them to college.
Constructed some box girder bridges.
No. That's when it's one of my hangouts. Box girder bridges.
Oh, dear. I could let the hangout keep going, but I'd have to hand the reins over to Alan. But it doesn't matter, does it?
No, that's fine.
No. I'm just screwing with you.
I hope we can do this again, Alan. Do an after show, but not this week.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I think I might look into Zoom myself and start doing it this way. Seeing as how you managed to get everybody to come over here anyway, and now everybody's been to Zoom.
Yeah.
We haven't got the hassle of getting them to come to Zoom, have we? Because everybody
We've
got
exclusive club now.
And if you do the hand thing, you can keep chemo at bay. Then he won't feel like he's been picked on.
Yeah, just leave.
If chemo comes here, you all play the rule by the hand thing, and then that way he thinks, oh, I can't talk if I don't put my hand up.
I actually have half a mind to build one of these, like a chat service or a video streaming service for Hangouts, where you will have the designated talker, like literally that thing with the
robot
talk peak, and everybody else is automatically muted. And
so much for talking normally.
He has that funny accent.
Oh, Ken's trying to get back in again. We're just about to close up, Ken.
You're too late.
You missed out on all the fun. He can't talk. He's muted.
You look surprised. Oh.
Just to confirm, you'd like to hear the song Cry in the name of love.
Somebody set my Alexa off.
What?
My Alexa just went off.
Does Alexa do that? Because Siri does that.
You want to hear
Oh, she's going again.
Did she just mention Christ?
She's eating it.
Okay, Google.
Okay, Google.
It's Alexa, and I've got headphones on. It's me that set it off. Just done
Okay,
again.
Alexa, delete.
Alexa, self-destruct.
Yeah. Alexa, delete all of my content.
I've got headphones on. She can't hear you.
Oh, she can hear everything.
Hello, Cortana.
Okay, everyone out in the side chat, thanks for dropping by. I'll catch you in the next one.
All right. Thank you, Terry.